Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the Chronicles of Aeodrun campaign that we are currently doing. My name is Josh. I use he, him pronouns. At the time of recording this, I am absolutely sweltering hot. I don't know about everybody else, but speaking of everybody else, let's introduce them now. Tom, tell everybody who you are, who you're playing, and how hot you are in that hat at the minute.
I'm
in
Tom,
more ways than one.
Thank you. That's all I needed. An additional compliment for Tom. That can keep him going for the rest of the week. Tom, I use he, him pronouns. Sorry, all the other questions were out of my head when everyone started being very nice to me. It's why I do TTRPGs, when that was very good. I was like, thank you. Just doing a toe-to chopper. Oh, I don't need it. Oh, you're too nice. Anyway, I'm also wearing a scarf, folks, because I make big choices. I don't make good choices. Let's see how warm I get as I slowly sweat. There's ventilation in the hat. I'll be okay. Is that all your questions, Josh? You're also looking very nice today.
Yeah,
That guy. I am playing I'm Brahm Shatteroak. I'm an orc fighter. Some people think I died because I died. I'm not going to get into what happened last episode, but I'm not happy. I got a lot of feelings and I don't know how to use them. I'm a bit of a puppet, some people would say. I don't know why. I'll hand you over to someone else now.
Yeah,
see, I'm very good at this,
pick
Josh.
Someone.
Sean. Sorry to say that so dismissed. Oh, I guess Sean.
If I have to.
If I had to pick, Josh.
Good as anyone, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him, and I am playing Canon Udric. Udric is also an orc. Slightly different origin. I think Brahm is more green-skinned.
Yep.
Whereas Udric is more kind of grey, but with a slight red tinge. Very, very, very slight. You blink and you miss it. Now,
I feel like we could know more about Udric, but if you want to remain mysterious, then
no
sure.
secrets on this channel.
No. Udric has no secrets. None of the orcs have any secrets. Don't be silly. Hi, I'm Nat. I use she/her pronouns. So does my character, Elodie Fogg. Resident Disney princess, inventor of lemon cheesecake for breakfast.
Ooh.
Has got a mysterious scar on her hand under a glove. Does other stuff, but Evie and Sean haven't seen it yet, so the rest of you have. But I'm going to keep it under my hat until later.
That leaves us with Edie.
Oh.
We're always startled.
I don't mean to be. I'm just very startleable. Hello, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Peripatea/Peri, who uses she, they pronouns. Peri is a dark elf as far as any of you are concerned. Zealot barbarian who has memories going back as far as 1 month.
That's not going to play into the story at all, I swear.
No plot relevance here.
No plot relevance. Before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters we'd like to thank. Our sponsor is Phoenix Dice, and our supporters are Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms and Bearded Ladies. Links to those will be in the chat or in the description below. Speaking of description below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider leaving us a like, thumbs up, commenting. All of that stuff helps the algorithm know what we like to do or what you like, so we know to do more of it. And also, massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. We love them. They're the best. I'm waiting for Nat to do it. Is it going to happen? Yeah, there it is. We love them. They are the best. They have, without their support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. They've put us a Discord together and a wiki page. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency or a little bit higher if you'd like a little bit more on one of the other tiers. You can join them, links in chat or in the description below. with that all said and done, I think we're going to go to a little title sequence, and then we're going to begin the next episode of Chronicles of Aeodrun. Awaken.
I hydrate all the time. I visibly hydrate the most out of anyone on this stream.
Coming back into the session, we're going to do a little bit of a recap from the previous 2 sessions. So in not the last session, but the session before, the entire group met each other. Met Solomon, found out a bit more about Solomon's mercenary company, as well as the group known as the Reavers, who have been terrorizing the town, although they seem to be protected through protection money and shady dealings going on in the background. Peri went to a fighting pit and let as much stress out as possible there, while Udric took on a sort of protective role of Brahm along with Lucian and followed him to the local tavern to make sure that he didn't get into a fight with said Reavers. The following day, everybody awoke, and 4 particular people, being Brahm, Elodie, Hera, and Lucian, all gathered together at breakfast just before everybody else did. Lemon cheesecake was invented. Alchemical things were designed. Luckily, those alchemical things didn't end up in the lemon cheesecake, and those 4 went off on the first quest, which was to go and find out what had happened to Farmer Wilfred at the Redstone farm just outside of the town. They went to Tanner's Leather and met with Tay Tanner, who was an old friend of Wilfred's, who explained that he'd not been seen for a while and that a lot of the local children in the town normally go there to work to help with picking vegetables and harvesting and all that sort of stuff, but no children had been there either. The group travelled to Redstone Farm and discovered it covered in various amounts of blood. There was parts of horses all over the place. There was a barn with a large meat sack inside of it that looked like it had been torn apart. They found Wilfred inside of the farmhouse wielding a crossbow, hiding from whatever it was that had attacked. He explained that when he was a lot younger and his wife was still alive, they had found a youngling griffin that they had taken in and raised, and then taken off when it became too big to live on the farm, they took it off into the mountains. The griffin had sort of warded off local animals to this area, so wolves, foxes, all that sort of stuff would not attack the farm, and he didn't understand and didn't believe that it was the griffin that had actually attacked the horses and taken one off. He gave the party directions to said nest, and the party made their way there. He did also reveal that he had made a deal with the Reavers to allow them passage up the same mountain path. There's something apparently beyond where the nest is, although he asked for the group to not go to venture up there because he didn't want to cause any trouble with them. Begrudgingly, the group agreed and carried on to the nest itself, where they discovered 3 broken eggshells and a very wounded adult griffin with two baby griffins trying to get her to wake up. As the party performed healing on the griffin, a large bird-like creature with an elongated neck and antler horns sticking out of its head with this strange purple aura around it crashed down onto the nest and begun to fight. This was called a peritris, which is a combination of a periton and a cockatrice. Look at those pictures at your own despair. Ugh, horrible looking things, but this was a combination of the two. The party fought it. The griffin, having been healed, helped the party, got Lucian up towards it as it was flying in the sky. Lucian bear hugged it to the ground, and eventually it was killed, turning into a sort of purple flamed ash as it died. The group also discovered very quickly that there was a third griffin cub. However, they don't know where it is. They don't know if the Reavers have taken it or if the Peritrists have taken it. And they travel back to the town having completed the job. However, we're going to stick to that day and come back into the town of Merkstead, and we're going to circle in on Peri and Udric, who are both. What time do you reckon you both would have woken up? I'd say that no matter if you've chosen to woken up at the crack of dawn or whatever time you chose to wake up, whenever you choose to go to the breakfast hall, you'll just catch the tail end of Brahm, Elodie, Hera, and Lucian as they walk out. So they've gone off to do their mission, and you lot can come into the table and find whatever it is, or you could be doing something else. It's up to you.
Sweet, because Peri probably wakes up at like noon.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've long gone.
Smells like other people in here. Oh well.
What about Udric? What time would you wake up?
I think conversely, Udric wakes up with the sun, so would be up at the crack of dawn. Probably actually, we've missed the party on either side of breakfast, so Udric was up way earlier and has just kind of gone out to circle around the town, and then obviously Peri got the tail end instead.
Slightly connected to that, and I don't know if Josh wants to flag this. Do you think you had a solid night's sleep, or did you get woken up at any point during the night?
How much of a deep sleeper are you?
I would say that Udric probably, having lived much of recently, has learned to kind of wake up at the snap of a twig. So, probably a light sleep.
Okay, so that brings us to a very interesting point then. During your sleep, you hear the sounds of stones being thrown at your window. And you listen as Lucian gets out of bed and opens the window, and you hear the sounds of as a figure jumps into the room. You know, Lucian checks to see if you're asleep and thinks you're asleep, so begins to have a conversation with this person. You can tell that this person is Elven. You hear the name Celia mentioned, and you can tell, and Lucian's not quiet about the conversations he's having with this person. This person is a friend of his who has come into the town at the same time as him and is currently trying to work their way into the sort of underground networks of the town. Criminals, smugglers, maybe even some of the town guard and all of that sort of stuff, trying to find an in with them. And Lucian asks for them to keep up with that and to look for some information to help them try and not fight the Reavers, but sort of keep them at bay so they can act with less impudent, in that word that I can't think of at the minute. That's the one. Thank you very much.
Also impudence. So impudent.
And impotence.
Could be either of the two. One thing that does strike you in particular as interesting is that this elf mentions that a lot of the people that she's spoken to seem to have a lot of fear and respect for Solomon and won't do anything to go against him in particular, as well as the Reavers. And then you watch as she dives out of the window. Lucian closes the window and then gets back into bed.
Probably not actively watching. I think attempting to be respectful of Lucian's kind of privacy, even when that privacy is kind of just right there.
Yeah, and I think with your training, it's pretty easy for you to come across that you're still asleep. You know, there's plenty of times in your life where you've had to pretend to be asleep and not get caught out, sort of thing. So I would say so.
I mean, if we're allowing it as survival instead of performance, because I think that would have to have been a very low perception roll on Lucian's part.
I think it was more that Lucian didn't care. And I think Mike said that as much. He said if he wakes up, that's a conversation I'll have with him when next time we're together, I think was his words. So that's something you can bring up with him next time. Next time you two are together. But yes, you wake up at the crack of dawn.
Mhm.
As you come down the stairs, you can see that breakfast is being the very early stages of breakfast are being prepared. Tally is walking around, sort of getting some screws and nails together and a big box of papers and putting them down where the job board is, and it's beginning to get ready to do that. You can hear the sounds of Sunny and Hera doing something in the kitchen, along with Rodney. Rodney's in. Not Roger the rat. Rodney's
Roger
in the
is
kitchen.
here.
He'll make an appearance at some point.
Rat.
Roger is
And,
always here.
And as you get to the bottom of the stairs, you watch as Solomon walks out of the office and goes, Udric, good to see. I didn't realize you were you're such an early riser. How are you finding things at the moment? Everything okay?
Oh yeah, it's all right. It's interesting adjusting to an urban life again, you know.
Were you in the wilds for long, or
Only a couple of years, but yeah,
Oh.
no, it's quite a change. I mean, I was fairly rural, you know, before that anyway. So all of this city life, it's not. It's a different pace, isn't it?
It is definitely, yes. Right. Well, I'm heading out to the shops. I have my daily paper to collect, and I'm going to collect some other bits and bobs. There's not much food going on, not much meat and stuff in this town at the moment. Local farmer and all of that. But anyway, once the job board's prepared, you can help yourself to a job, and he begins walking off. Just
Oh,
sort
well,
of
I don't have anything to do today. Do you want someone to help you with with carrying your groceries?
Ooh, if you wouldn't mind. I tried to get Lilla up, but she's snoring away. So, yes, I'd be quite happy for the company. Thank you.
Yeah, no trouble.
And you both walk out the door. That explains where Udric went during this time.
Shopping trip.
Shopping trip. So we'll speed through a little bit, and we'll go to the pair of you ending up at one of the at the general store. Solomon goes inside and do you have anything that you'd like to purchase? I'm only going in for my morning paper.
I'll just browse.
Okay, right. He goes in and goes up to the counter, pulls one of the papers out. And says, "Oh yes, I'll get my usuals." "Oh, Solomon, yes." There's a human man behind the counter who looks like he's been awake since the crack of dawn. You can see there's a couple of children behind the bar who are picking up behind the counter, sorry, who are picking up papers and sticking them into these large bags, slinging them over their shoulders, and then they're going out into the streets. And you hear the merchant or the shopkeeper say to Solomon, "You do know that we could have one of the children bring the paper to you." "Oh, no. Got to keep the knees strong. I do like my morning walks." "Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Well, I mean, thanks, Solomon. You've paid too much again." "That's fine. Keep it. It's all right." Goes to turn around. "Anything tickle your fancy here, Udric?"
You know, I'm still getting used to everything. I think just maybe I'll pick something up, you know, from your grocers, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy to go there. But as he carries on talking to you, the door opens, and stepping in is a 5'10" tall figure wearing battered leather armor with no sleeves, a red ribbon tied around one of their exposed arms, and a like a balaclava type thing pulled up over the front of their face. As one of the reavers walks in and starts looking around and starts tutting, moves over to one of the papers, picks it up and sort of slams it down on the table, reaches over and grabs a handful of like little pocketed sweets and stuff and puts those down. "Free, right?" The shopkeeper sort of cowers and goes, "Yes, they're free for you." "Thanks." Grabs them, puts them in his pocket, and goes to walk out. But instead of going down one of the other aisles to get out, goes to walk directly in between you two. What would you like to do?
Mm-hmm. I think especially because Solomon is literally there, and this is the day after Solomon said that we're not to do anything. There's really not a lot that I can do consciously.
Mm-hmm.
So Udric, I'm using a druid stat block for a reason. However, as those who have watched the 1-to-1 will know, I didn't use magic at all. Udric doesn't currently know anything about his nature right now. So I'm thinking that maybe just subconsciously, because he's kind of wanting something to happen to just like maybe just upset this person a little bit. I think Druidcraft is going to create a tiny little like an imperfection in the wood, just nothing too much, but enough to just make him kind of trip as he passes. But like doesn't really register that was him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So small little part of the floorboard almost creaks up like a flower was pushing out from underneath it, causing it to go up, and he trips.
Probably like a bramble.
Yeah, trips and stumbles over it. Wait, who fucking tripped me up? Turns around and looks towards the two of you. Which one of you smart asses decided they were going to try and trip me up, eh? Do you want to go some? Just walks over to you and he gets like right in your face and proper like hard man, all bark, no bite, sort of pushing into you like, come on, yeah, you want to go some?
I will step in front of Solomon and just look, mate, just an uneven floorboard, no one to blame.
Right, yeah. Looks you both up and down, pulls his balaclava down. You can see that he's got blackened teeth and missing some of them, and he sort of sucks on his gums a little bit from where he's missing his bottom row of teeth, and just looks you up and down, and then looks down towards Solomon. Solomon looks up at him and he goes, "I'll leave it there then, shall I? Sorry for disturbing you." Turns and walks out the door. Slams the door behind him. As he opens the door, you can see there's 4 other bandits, or 4 other reavers, stood outside, and they're all laughing and giggling and crunching rubbish up and chucking it on the floor, and you can hear something smash somewhere, and when you eventually go outside, they're gone. Oh, well, that was uncomfortable. I don't normally see them this time of morning. It's part of the reason I come out at this time. Right, well, that soured my day. I'm going to head back home. Do you want to come back, or?
No, I'm going to stay out. Just get the lay of the land,
Okay, right. Well, just be careful, please. And Solomon begins walking back up to mercenary company. Is there anything else you'd like to do in particular before we time skip ahead and you meet up with Peri?
Udric is going to pick up any litter that they left.
They left a lot of litter.
That's going to take me all day then.
Yep. So you're picking up litter. A few of the residents stop and see you picking up litter, and you watch as the shopkeeper is thanking you for your help. One of the local children comes out and is like, let me give you a hand, and she begins picking up some stuff. She's a darker skinned human with longer hair, long hair should I say, and she's got one of these little bags on, and she goes, my name's Johanna, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Johanna.
Thank you for this. Not many people stop and pick the rubbish up, especially people new to the town. If you're free later, my parents own the Rusty Pirate, if you'd like to come in for some drinks.
Which was the Rusty Pirate?
Rusty Pirate was the one that you were in the night previous with Lucian and Brahm.
Okay. I'm familiar with it. Yeah, indeed. That'd be a good.
Oh, good. Come in the evening around dinner time. I've got to go to school and all that first. I've got some children to babysit and all of that sort of stuff. But I'll tell my parents. You'll get to meet them and all of that. They're really nice. They're really lovely. You have to excuse my dad's face though at the minute, but yeah, come by. It'll be. Bring anybody with you. I'll give you a bit of a discount. But don't tell anyone. Shh. Sort of jingles her pocket because she's got just a little bit. She's been paid today, so and then she toddles off.
Who is leaving this child in charge of taking money in that she may give a discount?
It's her money for doing the paper round.
How was she giving Udric a discount at the bar?
We didn't get a discount, and we were
Also,
very...
we helped them. We did not get a discount.
I got told off. I got scolded in public.
Udric is just innately charming.
Yes, Udric's got an innate charm to him and helped pick up the rubbish, which nobody else does.
To do without wanting payment. You were there to be paid. That's the difference.
Not in that case, we were not.
No. But watch last episode so you can feel vindicated, chat. Just Udric's nice. Udric's a nice dad. Crumbs.
So, we will...
Meanwhile, in bed.
In bed. Meanwhile, in bed, we have Peri waking up pretty much dead on the crack of the afternoon. The local bell in the town begins ringing to indicate that it's now afternoon, and you are able to stir awake.
Cool.
What-
I do that. I still have bags under my eyes because I can't get a good night's sleep.
It's very difficult, especially considering the fact that most of your sleep is dreamless, apart from that one recurring dream that happens every now and then. You know how they say that people tend to dream like 7 or 8 times a night sort of thing? You have that one dream once, and then everything is just dark void. Very unsettling.
Very unsettling. Very tired all the time. And makes it everyone else's problem. But yeah, goes downstairs, tries to get the dregs of breakfast.
The breakfast is being cleared away at the moment, so there are still some small pieces of some sort of lemon cheesecake on the table that you could grab. There's not much in terms of meat or eggs. Rodney is currently clearing it away with Tally's help. There's no sign of Sunny. Sunny's at school currently, but there is a Tally will come up to you and go, I have something for you. 1 second. She goes behind the counter and she pulls out a small little plate with a little bag on it, and it says to Peri, and she hands it to you. It's from Sunny. Something about some jelly beans that they took from you. They wanted to give some back or something, so some jelly beans.
Oh, good. I'm glad that the small child knows how to repay someone when you've stolen something. That's a good lesson to learn. Maybe I'll give her a gift to kind of incentivize good behavior. Do children like chainsaws? Maybe something like that.
Not really. But something
Maybe
tells
a
me
hammer.
Sunny might be into it.
I'll have a shop around. Thank you. What's this? What's this cake?
It's a lemon cheesecake. It was actually Elodie's idea. Rodney put it together. It tastes very nice. If you'd like some,
I would like to try it.
go ahead. And how do you think? How would Peri react to a lemon cheesecake?
Scale of 1 to 10, how sweet is it?
That's a question for Elodie. I
Rodney
think.
made it.
Yeah.
Like Elodie didn't actually mean to suggest it for breakfast. Rodney just asked what her favorite thing to eat was. So she said lemon cheesecake, and then Rodney was like, breakfast. So
There's
We're gonna
also a
make this
limited
now.
number of eggs and things, so it might be a bit of a... might be more lardy cake than anything, but...
yeah.
you can
As
make
it was,
cheesecake without eggs.
Yeah.
as it was Nat's suggestion. Nat, roll me a d10.
On scale of sweetness.
What's the sweetest?
Yeah.
10?
10.
10 would be the
10.
sweetest. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, cross scurvy off your list. If you...
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
It's
There's
tangy.
a 4. Yeah, it's a 4 out of 10.
Takes a bite, spits back out. Oh my god, that's not a cake. That's not a cake. Rodney!
Yeah.
Rodney, why isn't there any sugar in this cake? I know it's
Well,
a
I-
cheesecake,
I
but
followed the instructions. Would you like more
No.
sugar in it?
I would, babes. You're a chef, you should know this. Whenever a recipe says like 10 things of sugar, you put 20 in. That's how it
Right.
works. It's the unspoken rule.
Okay, the next one I make will have more sugar in it. I'll do that.
Excellent.
More sugar
You
and
get
more
that.
lemon zest to sort of help balance it out. Right, okay. And you watch as he pulls a big pencil from behind his large ear and sort of pulls out his apron and starts writing on it. And goes, right, goes back into the kitchen.
I think we've discovered the real reason why Peripatea can't get any sleep.
Sugar high.
Mm-hmm. We just kind of, well, I guess I'm having jelly beans for breakfast again. Throws one, picks it up in the mouth.
Nice.
No one around, no one around. Who'd bother? Gwen. Goes out the door on a mission. I'm going to see Gwen.
Going to the Church of Balance is where we're heading. As you make your way down the street, oddly enough, you have to go past the general store in order to get to the church. And who do you bump into picking up litter? Why, Udric!
Kuna,
No.
what are you doing?
You know, keeping the ground clear. You know, it's not good for the soil.
No, but like, won't birds and rats or whatever just take it away anyway? And make
No,
it
it's
a
not good
nest
for them
of it?
either.
No, they seem to like it well enough. Oh, well, you do you. I'm going to the Church of Balance if you want to come.
Where's that?
That way, points in random direction.
You point in the correct direction, which is the Church of Balance is actually on the higher sort of level of the town. So the town itself is sort of split into 3 separate levels, not by status or anything, just by general landmass. And the Church of Balance sits on the highest point of the town. You can see it as you look sort of up over the buildings. It stands quite predominantly there.
Sure, yeah. I've got nothing on the docket today.
Sweet. Want a jelly bean?
All right.
Only one. Just one.
Can't say I've ever had a jelly bean.
Okay, maybe 2. It will change your life.
We'll pick up 2 like differently coloured, like a red and a green one.
And how does Udric react to sweet things? These are the questions that we want to know the answers to.
Not a lot of sugar in a forest,
Mm.
so it's probably just instantly like, oh my god.
We
Yeah,
still have
right.
the Peri and Udric sort of sugar high,
Mhm.
sugar rush episode.
I'm thinking of the Barton Millhouse have the super slushy episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amazing. You both begin making your way up to the Church of Balance. Now, Peri, you've been to the Church of Balance a few times to go see Gwen previously, and the fighting pit is right next to it. You can see the tent for the fighting pit is there. It's open. You can see there's a couple of people coming in and out, and you can hear the sounds of fighting going in. It's not necessarily illegal, but the town guard don't seem to want to stop it, so it seems to bring in a little bit of extra flow to the town. But you can go into the church itself, and this is where Josh needs to not come up, but this is where Josh needs to find the description of the church. Found it! As you step into the church itself, it is awe-inspiring. Not so much for you, because you've been in here a couple of times, but for Udric, this is your first time in here. The church itself, the ceiling stands probably close to 100 to 150 foot high. You're not quite sure. Stained glass windows go along each of the individual sort of levels of the church. The church itself only has the one actual level that you can physically walk on, with the different seating arrangements going all the way down, leading towards where there's a pedestal and loads of candles behind it. And there it's sort of a massive stained glass window that's not attached to the wall. It's sort of on its own in the center of where the altar is, that depicts a creature of light and a creature of darkness. Not light and darkness in terms of good and evil, but light and darkness in terms of life and death. You can see as you both walk into the door, on the left side, there is shrines to the other elements, and on the right side is the same. So you've got, on the left side, you've got air and earth. So you've got a shrine to Atheon and a shrine to Morinir, and on the right you've got a shrine to Peltos and a shrine to Renvia, who are the fire and water guardians. You can't see anything around for Vyasha, who is the guardian of nature. There doesn't seem to be anything for them around here at the minute. But you walk in and you can see there are a number of different clergy people walking around, and you can hear the sounds of children coming from next door, as the school is directly attached to the church itself, and the clergy are actually the teachers for the school. So, yeah. So what would you like to do, Peri and Udric?
I actually got the name wrong before. Gwen is always with me. It is Stacy I'm looking for. The names are too similar. I will just kind of veer over to the other maiden side and just be like, Stacy!
Oh. Is that Peri? Peri? And bursting out from behind one of the curtains is a elven woman. I said she was a light elf before, didn't I? Yes, because you are dark elf. Yeah, so she's a light elf wearing sort of nunnery clothing that you would expect, but it's, instead of it being black and white, it's white and black to represent that she's a priestess of light. And she comes over and says, "Oh, Peri, how are you doing? How are things?"
Doing well. This is Dunak. He's one of the
Hello,
mercenaries.
Ah,
Udric.
Udric. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
You've
said.
given him a nickname, okay.
No, I said it right.
Okay, right. How have things been? Everything been okay?
Good.
Have you been keeping out of trouble?
Mostly, that's actually why I'm here. I was thinking, like, your day, it doesn't look very busy in here. How do you want to come with me to the pits?
She goes to look, like, sort of behind her. I'm meant to be teaching a class. I'm going to be one of the
You
new
bring the
teachers.
kids. Give them a lesson in the real ways of the world.
The children have sort of been specifically told not to go near the fighting pits.
Oh, it's fine. We can protect them. And, if any of them do die, you can just bring them back.
I mean, that's a bit extreme, but
Well, they're not going to die, obviously.
I think I'll pass for today. But if you're about tonight, or tomorrow, I'll be about tomorrow evening. If you're about, and we can go then.
I mean, fine. But, I don't know, I think you could stand to loosen up a little bit. By the way, do children like chainsaws or hammers for presents?
Did
I
they
was
what,
tossing up
sorry?
between the two.
I'm so confused right now. I should be
simple
used to this. It is a simple question. I'll be right back, and she disappears behind the curtain and doesn't come back.
If you're,
Also, there's no question of what is a chainsaw in this world.
Also, chat, let's start a poll. What would you get for a small child? We will also accept matches. Things that they need to learn.
what's this pit that you're talking about?
Oh, it's just next door. So I was hoping to catch this one town guard. His name is Fluffy, and he's a real dick. And, I'd really like to just go annoy him a little bit. Maybe, like, we're supposed to fight at some point in time, but he's been a bit of a chicken lately and hasn't met that offer. So I was going to go see what he's doing about.
Oh, so like a sparring pit.
Yeah, sparring. Nothing actually vicious about it at all. No. Innocent. Wink.
Probably doesn't pick up on why you're winking. I could do with a bit of exercise actually. So if you're looking for someone to join you there,
I suppose you'll do. Stacy kind of oscillates between boring and fun, and I've got boring Stacy today, but she'll get there another day maybe. We'll still get the kids round. They really need to learn about the pits at some point. I'll talk around to it. Okay, onwards.
And you both go to the fighting pits. We won't go into the details of it at the minute. It's just a general place where you can go and spar. They don't generally put on matches until the evenings, so the pair of you could stick around until the evening if you wanted to take part in it. But at the minute, it's just a lot of people just practicing on some of the training dummies and making deals and things about fights coming up and all of that sort of stuff. But yes, it's pretty boring other than that.
No Fluffy?
No Fluffy. You've not seen Fluffy for a while, actually.
I'd like to find a guard and ask where Fluffy is.
Okay. So you leave and you go to find one of the town guards and you ask for Fluffy. The guard looks at you and goes, "Who's Fluffy?"
The Dragonborn with the electric sword.
Oh, Thaddeus.
Yeah,
He
Fluffy.
left. He left about a week ago. He went off to do went on a mission.
Oh. Owes me a fight.
He should be back in a few days, I think.
Fine. I very like. Really, what are the odds? Like, is he like running away because he's scared to face me?
Oh, definitely not. He's one of the hardest people in the town. If you challenged him to a straight up fight, he'd definitely take you on.
Oh, I've already done that, and he's just kind of run away every time I've come here. I'm just saying, it just seems like a coincidence to me.
Oh, maybe you don't want to hurt you.
Oh, sweetie, I could flip him like a playing card.
How would that? And he seems really dumbfounded by that idea and sort of stares off into the distance.
I can show you.
Go on then. How does it work?
Give me your arm.
Right.
Flip.
I'm not even going to make you make a check. He just goes, "Where?" Ends up on his ass. He goes, "Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Ow.
Well, if you will ask.
Oh, cry. Okay." Gets up. Ow.
Are you alright?
I'm going to go to the yeah, I'm fine. And walks off.
Hang on, don't go. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
can I- between the eyes for some healing damage. A little electric shock.
Oh, that feels a bit better. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, you asked to be flipped, so I figured that I should give you a hand. I might have flipped you too hard.
oh,
So that's
okay.
okay, really.
Oh, if I see Fluffy, I'll let him know that you're looking for him.
Please do.
Right, I need to have a sit down. Be on your way. And he goes to walk into one of the nearby buildings to sit down. I'm dropping things everywhere. Right, so we're gonna have a little skip, skippity doo, and we're gonna move to the evening time. Where would Udric and Peri be in the evening? Do you think?
I think unless Perry's, explicitly said that, they wanted some alone time, Udric's probably tagged along.
I feel like Peri has gone to buy a hammer and has asked Udric to help wrap a little bow around it to go and present to Sunny.
Have you bought a warhammer or like a hammer?
It's a warhammer.
Oh, okay.
It's like yay big.
Probably the best person to have gone on this shopping trip with, because I also do not know what you buy a child at this point.
There. You both go to the local blacksmiths and you pick up a warhammer.
What's the blacksmith called, Josh?
Yeah, what's blacksmith's called?
So you go to the local blacksmiths and you see the blacksmith that you had met before, Peri. Ingrid. I know that. Ingrid is the local blacksmith. And she's
You
like,
could just call it Ingrid's.
I could just call it Ingrid's, yeah. But the
Take away
blacksmith
all
was
of the
there before
stress.
she got there.
Oh.
Hammer and anvil, we're going to call it.
Ingrid's it is. Great. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And she's like, you want a warhammer for a child? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the traditional gift, right?
Sure. How's the old scythe treating you?
Oh, well, yeah, it's actually really easy to use. I didn't expect it because it's like bigger than I am, but it's really fun.
She sort of gestures to herself. I'm used to making things that are bigger for you that you can sort of still wield. There's no point making like a great sword and have it the size of a Biggie's long sword. You might as well compensate for the weight and balance and all of that sort of stuff.
That's true, but there is something to be said for a really big sword as well.
Overcompensating.
Or does it just look cool?
It does look fucking awesome. I will agree with you. But yeah, I mean, of course, at any point, if you want any sort of upgrades done to it and you've got the gold for it, bring it to me. I'm more than happy to upgrade it. Let any of your other mercenary friends know that I'm good at doing the upgrading stuff as well. And you, big one, if you got a weapon or anything you want upgrading.
Yeah, Durnan, what's your weapon of choice?
It's Udric. I'm a spearman, actually. It's in the army. It was front ranks with the spear and the shield, and then the second rank could run up my back and take them down from the top.
You're a professional poker. You're a poker player. With the shield.
Sure. Is that a thing?
I think so. It came to me from the void, and that's usually right.
Yeah. Let's go with that then.
All right. Well, not had any soldiers in here for a little while, especially ones that have fought in any wars recently. So, I mean, by all means, if you got a spear you want me to upgrade, I'm more than happy to do it.
I'm a bit lacking in funds at the moment, but maybe after I've done my first job.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. Come back at any point. I've got a deal going on with Solomon, so I'll do all of your repairs and upgrades and stuff for a small discount. Still have to charge, still have to pay the bills here, but I've got a little bit of a thing going on, so.
But yeah, the child's warhammer, please.
Yes, child's warhammer. Slams it on the table. And you want a bow on it?
If you have any ribbon, I'm sure we can figure out how to tie a bow. It can't be that hard.
I mean, I can do it for you. And she ties it. Right, there you go. And you exchange coin. Right, good luck. Let me know how that goes. I'd be interesting to hear about that.
I'm sure this is going to go down absolutely swimmingly. I know kids like nobody else.
And you both make your way back to Solomon's. As you make your way back to Solomon's, you bump into two other people who are just coming back, although they're slightly behind, as both Hera and Lucian have already entered into the building. You bump into Brahm and Elodie.
Elodie, how's your day going?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, complicated. Otherwise, we went on a mission, and there are bigger things at play, but we're not. There was more up the mountain. We went up the mountain, we saved a griffin and two of her children, but there's another child that's been taken, and we believe it was taken by the Reavers. But we've been specifically told not to deal with them. It's very difficult.
I ran into one of them lot this morning, in fact. Massive litter bugs.
What did you do? What did you do about it?
We didn't do anything because we don't want to upset the apple cart. So we got told to back down. And so there's a polo griffin who hasn't got its ma now.
Wait, the Reavers are selling apples?
Well, they're certainly taking them, and then they're probably not. Yeah, they probably are being like, you give us 4 gold and we'll give you your apple, so you don't, I don't know, lose your teeth.
This is outrageous. They can't take all the apples.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to say.
We'll get to them. Solomon's got a plan. We just got to trust that.
Just thinking like, yeah, no, that's kind of like what I'm being told. We got a plan. We're working towards it. Mr. Solomon knows what he's doing, so
he does. I might have to tell him though about the baby being taken and we fought this creature. It was terrifying to look at. Sort of weirdly halfway between a periton and a cockatrice, if you know what those things are.
I have no idea what those things are.
Okay, well, they're both awful, and this one was halfway between the two, but it shouldn't exist. To be clear, this was created. Someone is doing mutation experiments.
We were all created. I hate to break it to you.
Well, when this one died, it kind of got consumed by fire, apart from pulls out like a very horrible looking talon. Apart from this, because this bit wasn't attached, this bit's stayed, so...
Is it still tinged with purple?
Yes.
Josh, does it look familiar to Udric at all?
Yes.
Indeed.
But I don't know if you two been told this, but supposedly we get paid more if we can actually, show that we did difficult things. So we're going to use this as proof that we actually fought a, sort of snaky dragon.
Peritris.
Peritris. So we're going to
That's
use
what
that.
I have decided to call it.
Well, hey, you helped discover it. I think you've got the rights. I don't know if you get copyright rights. If you get put in the
I don't
master
think I want
journals.
copyright rights for that.
Maybe it probably would actually go to Mr. Solomon because we were working under him, so it sort of gets passed up to him, like when adventurers discover temples, and it belongs to the Merchants Guild. Anyway,
Definitely better than a cockatoo anyway.
Exactly.
That was
So
one of the other names.
Yep.
So, how you two been? Did you do a big quest today, or?
No, but we got a present for a child. Hold out, Willhammer.
Oh.
This is
Oh,
for
that's
Sunny.
Oh, are you? I'm sure Hera will be absolutely happy that you've been giving weapons to the small cat girl. That's.
Well, it's not. I'm not going to tell Hera.
Even better. Yeah. I wonder, Peri, do you think that Sunny might want something that she can physically wield?
I know she's a child. Childs love hammers and things for destroying things. The little menaces. The whole deal.
I do want to point out that I was introduced to Sunny this morning, and Hera said, "This is Sunny. If anything bad ever happens to her, I will fucking kill you," which was
now
strong.
she can defend herself.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, again, when I was growing up, I mostly had to defend myself with a little knife when the wolves came for us. But if I had a hammer, then I probably would have crushed my own hands. But then I would have learnt my lesson about proper weapon safety.
I was never a child, but I could just imagine that if I was a child, I would love a warhammer.
You were never a child.
No, I'm a month old, babes. Keep up. Let's go!
And people think I'm weird.
Wait. Peri, I have a question to ask you, and Brahm as well. And Udric, I'm not purposefully leaving you out. You're welcome to stay, I suppose. It's not. I don't know if this has any relevance to you or not. Maybe it does.
Udric, I'm like,
No, you can. Oh gosh.
Just spit out.
Okay. We'll sort of make sure that we're kind of well inside the mercenary company. We'll kind of look around. Are the others kind of hanging around? Like, is Tali around? Is Solomon around?
Tali's around. Solomon, just as you walk in the door, you can see Solomon has just gone into his office with both Hera and Sunny. Lucian doesn't seem to be anywhere. Rodney is putting dinner on the table currently, but is in and out of the kitchen.
But is there a quiet corner that there's not other people outside of these three?
Yeah, you could easily go past where the sort of dining area is and into the more what would be considered like a front room space. There's a bunch of comfy chairs, there's a fireplace, and all of that you can sit at. It's quite a distance away where you can get, and it's got like partitions up because it's all one great hall, but there's partitions up that you could shut if you want some privacy.
Okay. She will kind of pull Peri in there and kind of beckon for the others to follow. And I mean, she's not strong, so it's not a strong pull, but it is a like grab your hand and kind of. I mean, if you decide you don't want to respond to that, she absolutely cannot pull
There's very
you.
much an okay kind of vibe.
I guess if you have to hold my hand.
And we'll sort of bring you all in, slide the door closed. I wanted to ask you about something that you mentioned. Actually, just what you've talked about now, Peri, but something else that you've been talking about, Brahm. So you've both died.
Yeah.
Many times.
I think I've only died once, but from what I've been told, that was after that Kindak, son of a gun, put a knife in my. You don't need, sort of slightly adjust his arm. It's like you don't need to see the scar, but yes, no, I've lost some time as well. I lost about a year of memory, and like the first thing I woke up was being dragged out of the ocean. So, and my hand was broken. There was a hole in my chest, and now it makes sense that I was dead. And then eyes, actually, I think eyes flicks to a corner, which Peri can definitely see what Bram's looking at, but then looks right. Like, there were other things, other side effects of my supposed death.
And when did you start seeing the ghost fox?
Well,
Oh, this again.
I just for podcast listeners, the ghost fox is sitting on its hind legs and is waving a paw. Pretty much, as I was getting fixed up, they sort of the medics, as was, mostly fishermen's wives, but they stitched me up, and then I sort of rolled over, and I was like, "Well, what happened there?" And there was just a fox sitting there, going, "Well, you've met with a terrible fate," and she has been my companion ever since.
Okay.
There is, Peri can confirm, as I told Udric, there is definitely a fox.
She's there. She's sassy.
She's so sassy.
Okay, this is my point. You have a fox that Peri can see and you can see, and Hera can see as well.
Yeah, no, hold on, stop that.
Has
No,
Hera died?
I've no idea.
well, Hera described it as a ghost. So, I mean, that's a fox, right? That's a two-tailed black and white fox.
To Brahm and to Peri, it looks like a real fox, although it keeps changing the colour of its fur, but it looks like a real fox is sat on the table mimicking every time Elodie speaks.
So rude. You rude queen.
Hey,
No.
fox. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Just looks at you and then does the fox laugh towards you. Josh can't do it because Josh's voice can't change anymore. Yeah, just does that at you.
Oh yeah, that fox is understanding everything we're saying. We are never going to be alone.
Can you see anything else in this room?
There is
Can we...
things that you can't. But we had this conversation earlier today. I can't tell what you can and can't see because I'm not you. Also, there are people who see magic things.
What are
But,
we looking for?
Birds.
right.
Can you all see birds?
Can we see any birds?
You can make me a perception check if you'd like.
In the
Yeah.
room or just in general?
Udric, did you follow everybody or did you stay outside?
No, I came in.
Yeah, that's fine.
You pulled it as well.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you like.
Got
22
24.
for birds.
24 for birds.
Otherwise, mine would be through a knot in the door.
Just like,
Feeling excluded.
I don't want to be part of it.
Udric's just like looking at books for like, oh, this looks like a real page turner. I couldn't. I see birds. Just
I only got 7.
So with the two 22s,
24 for
24.
sorry, 24 and 20. Sorry, it sounded like you both said 22 in unison. With your results both over 20, you can't, other than the birds you can hear outside, can't see anything.
Not-
Udric,
Yeah. Oh.
you can't see birds with a 7, but you can get a sense of auras coming off of people with your nature as a druid, even though you don't know you're a druid. You can sense auras off of people, and Elodie's is a mess of colours. Bram's is like a white and black, and Peri doesn't have one at all.
Oh.
3 terrible examples of auras right here.
How long have I been able to see? Like, is it literally like I've only just noticed because I tried to look at things?
You've only just noticed it because you're actually paying attention to it. It's something that happened. It's something that you see in everybody, but for you've never known anything else.
And he still doesn't see anything coming from the table.
No,
Whatever.
doesn't see an aura coming from Hawthorne at all.
Hmm. Ghost Fox.
I'm sorry, lovely. I don't see any birds. Can you hear them as well?
Can't. I'm going to tell them.
I kind of slightly put my hand up to the other two, like going, "This is fine. Don't just they'll work through this."
When Elodie does that, Udric
Hmm.
turns to talk to something next to her. You watch as one of the other colours flares out a little bit more than the others, and then goes back, sort of pulls back into the aura.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, your your eminence just flared a slightly different colour there.
I'm not entirely sure what that means.
But you know, like your aura, like everybody's got like a.
Oh, how interesting.
You mean, what does mine look like?
You don't seem to have one. And maybe I'm just not concentrating.
Yeah, that must be it. I'm. No reason I wouldn't have an aura or a soul. I don't know.
Well, hang on, Brahm, Elodie, what colour would you say Peri's is?
So like blue-ish, maybe. I don't really know.
How dare you?
Oh,
Blue.
what's wrong with blue? Blue's a strong
No.
colour.
No. You know,
The
I
sky-
decided what your name is today. Today, your name is Flinch.
Can I ask why I'm Flinch? Because I like the colour blue.
That's the name that goes with a blue aura. I don't know how else to explain it to you, babes.
Wow. Wow. Oh, all right. I just. Well, maybe my eyes aren't so. Points at the two different coloured eyes. Maybe my eyes aren't so good. I can't see your aura. I mean, you could be gold, or you know, I can't really see. I'm not skilled.
No, I can't see the auras either.
Right.
I don't think I can either. I'm sorry.
No. Maybe it's an arc thing. I didn't realise it was weird.
I was like, maybe it is an orc thing.
Not weird. Nice, if you can, I suppose. I
I've
suppose.
never had anything special, so no, that's quite good.
Oh,
I think there's something special. We just haven't found it yet.
So, yes, birds. Are you being haunted by birds, or?
what did? Would you say haunt? You're not haunting me. No, that's. Brahm, you met Celerimus.
Very nice, charming.
It's something that I've been working on. The experiments I was doing in the kitchen this morning to work on these alchemical formulas to allow them to speak to you. Celerimus is here, right here.
Hello.
I have other people inside me as well. High five!
What?
High five! Yeah, don't leave me hanging.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to take away your thing. You explain your thing. I don't want to take your moment, babes.
No, this is important because I have never heard of anyone else having anything like this before, and I've been told my entire life that I've been making it up.
Oh no, like, two people can exist in, or more people exist in the same body. I mean, I'm in a little bit of a special case, but Gwen used to own this body, and now I'm operating it like a flesh mech, and she kind of exists in my heart at all times.
Is Gwen okay with that, or did you just possess Gwen?
Well, she didn't really have a choice about it, but she seems cool.
Do you speak to
So much
Gwen?
Are you okay, Josh?
I was going to say, there's so much more context to that you need to see in the one-on-one.
Just
Carry on.
ghosts. Just
Very
ghosts.
Do you speak to Gwen still?
Sometimes, like, if I'm awake, she can convey a feeling, but if I'm dreaming, she talks to me sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
And that's not what's happening with you, Elodie. You're not multiple ghosts in one body.
I don't think so. I don't think we are. I should I guess I should clarify and introduce you in a way that you can't. They can speak to you, but you can't hear them. This is Perceptia. This is Umber. This is Alorum, and Aravis is relatively new.
Nice to meet you, Elodie Ghosts.
Oh, not all at once. Not all at once.
Oh.
Okay.
They don't like me.
No. They do. They all just said hello very loudly at once.
Oh.
So
Hi.
they do like you. They're friendly.
Perry,
I
can
have
you roll
5
me a
more
history
friends than
check,
I did a
please?
moment ago.
Who?
Perry, can you roll me a history check, please?
I can.
I'm guessing I see a different colour flare up with each of the introductions.
Yeah,
I
when
get
all of them talk at once, it's like a wave just comes over Elodie, and it's like all at once.
13 on history.
13 on history. Now, Nat, you're going to have to remind me here which one was the one that was based on Robin Hood.
Salaramus.
Salaramus. Okay. Perry, as all of these names are said, they're. Have you ever had that feeling where, you get up too quickly and you get that head rush feeling, but every now and then you get up too quickly and you get like a flash in your eyes, like a flashbang, and it's sort of like you black out for a second? That happens to you. Everybody else you watch as Perry stumbles slightly, and for Perry, it's a split second for everybody else, but for Perry, you are sort of drawn into yourself, your mind, something, and you sort of shake your head and open your eyes, and you're not in Solomon's anymore. You are in a forest, and you're on your knees. Your hands are covered in blood. You can see that you're wearing leather armor, and you can see red hair is falling down the side of your face, and you can see arrows flying over your head as a figure runs over to you, grabs you and picks you up and says, "Come on, we need to go," and begins running. And you say that name to this person. They turn to look at you as it pulls back, and you're like thrust back into your head again, and you're like, "Hey!"
What was the name again? Salarius?
Salaramus.
Salaramus. I think I knew a Salaramus.
Really?
Is that a common name, or is it not
Do
a
you
common
know?
name?
Does Salaramus know Perry?
Not how they currently look, no.
He says that he doesn't remember you, I'm afraid.
Oh. Well, they are only like a month old, according to them.
I was in the forest. I think I was in a forest, and I was covered in blood, and I was being shot at, and then Salarius came and picked me up, and that's all I've got. That's all I've got from. I don't know when it was. I have no idea.
I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing you would do. You are very heroic.
You watch Udric is the Salaramus is red, right?
I don't know if we ever gave them colours. Sure, let's go with red.
Yeah, the red aura sort of grows, the red part of the aura sort of grows out more and goes a very light, like warm colour. And you, Udric, can feel that warmth coming off it. It's like a proud, aha, sort of aura coming off of it. Still has no clue what you're on about, though. It's as if he
Disturbing,
saved
but-
many people's lives.
This has been disturbing, but the synopsis is that you're not crazy. Lovely.
This is
No.
wonderful. I didn't make them up. I didn't make you up. And the
see.
potions work.
Also
Hey.
potions. It's how they seem to work. But I'm also glad they don't just seem to be a bunch of ghosts. No. And so, Perry, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm quite confused. Are you like a? No, you're a person. You're not like a haunted doll or anything.
No,
Okay.
I'm a real life elf lady at the moment.
But what did you used to be?
At one point, I was a human man. Then I was a dragonkin. Apparently, Solomon had the details. Like, the Reavers have my journals from the previous lives. So then I'll be able to tell you.
Oh, you said those books that got stolen. So you're.
Yeah.
Oh. Probably want those back then.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, maybe a good idea to try and work against. Take your time, patience. Don't get them angry.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to know that some people care about what's happening in this town. Udric, pick up rubbish. That's good. That's good. That's good. Don't want to get the foxes hurt. You all right, Hawthorne? No.
Yeah.
Don't you near me.
Hawthorne.
I'm a sheep. And pops out.
Okay, Hawthorne. Yeah, no. Hawthorne's my. I thought it was a good name for a fox.
We'll sort of try and look roughly where Brahm has been indicating.
I think I will like gesture as Hawthorne sheepily gambles around the table. It's like, okay, so Peri could probably confirm this. Hawthorne is currently mocking my cowardice, and is currently, it's what my father would call gamboling, because he was a prankster. But she's doing a little jump around the table. Yeah.
Stands up on the table. A dagger appears in Hawthorne's hand, stabs itself in the chest, and then falls off the table.
Okay, no.
Wow, that fox does not like you.
No, she.
Big tongue sticking out of its mouth, looks up towards Peri, gives a wink, and then just fades away like the Cheshire Cat.
Oh, but I think it likes me.
I would say you can have her, but I fear that if she leaves me, I'm going to die again. So sometimes I need humbling, it seems. Sometimes she got very snarky that I didn't want to go save the griffin, which I do. I do want to save the griffin, and I want to put it on the jobs board. Anyway.
All in good time.
Kind of look up Udric, going, about yourself, you're not possessed by a ghost, you're not cursed by a tree, you're not, I don't know, you're not haunted by birds. I was about to say, what's your deep, dark secret, but that's quite forward of me, because then I just met you.
No big secrets. Spent the last couple of years living in a forest, just away from civilization a bit.
Oh.
I did actually have a near-death experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which forest?
Do I know which forest?
That one.
Sorry.
No, no, you don't actually know which forest it was.
Not sure. Sure. It was when I was in the army. We were fighting against the Undead, and things didn't go my unit's way. We were surrounded.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, is there a difference between undead and whatever we are, right? So, because Solomon said it was cool to come back to life, but there was problems with.
I assume that the fact we've got he so nearly said souls, sentience. That's different from what I sort of missed the rising. I was the other side of the land, but those drowners that I dealt with, I think that's the main concern for them, rather than us who seem to be able to eat and breathe and. I don't know. Yet again, I think that's another conversation we need to have with Mr. Solomon, who seems to be very good at keeping secrets about us.
Oh, by the way, you may not have noticed, he's not such a doddering old man, so if he tries to get you to carry his shopping for him, don't let him. He's perfectly capable of doing it himself.
No, I've known Mr. Solomon since I was quite small, so I've never actually seen him. Well, he taught me how to use a sword, but was mostly like, oh, you do this. But, no, I don't know if any of you know him before, but he's well known, powerful, supposedly. And to be honest, to live as, kind of looks around, to live as long as he has in a land like this, then he must have some skills under his belt. But no, I'm not gonna lie, I probably am gonna carry his shopping for him, because that's what I do.
You would.
It's a nice thing to do anyway.
3 very different responses to that. Thank you. No. So no, Elodie, you're not crazy. You're not. There's a lot more going on in this world than I think any of us truly know. And thank you for introducing us to your friends.
Thank you
Very
for
privileged.
accepting them.
Well, now that we've established that no one is crazy, I have a warhammer to give to a child.
Oh, just before you go, I'd rather tell people myself.
Oh, of course.
It's like, don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've always been told, apart from that I'm making it up, not to tell other people. But you all seem to have other things going on, so I figured it might be a safe bet.
I mean, people were just telling everyone my secrets over dinner, so... But no, it's
sorry,
nice
Brahm.
to be able to keep your own company, keep your own secrets. But no, I won't tell anyone.
Okay. I might also have people following me because of
Oh.
this.
What the fuck is that?
There's a scar of a 7-pointed star on her hand.
Oh.
I need history text from both Peri and Udric, please.
Hey.
Meanwhile, Bram's like, stars.
History,
History, please.
16.
Oh,
13.
13. Okay, so we'll come to Peri first with the lower result. There's something about that symbol. There's itching at the back of your head, but you cannot, it's familiar, but you cannot put your finger on it.
That is
Love my
really
money.
familiar. Just don't know where.
Udric, on your journey to the town, this is a little recall to the one-on-one. You found yourself in a lake, large pond, one of the two, on top of one of the nearby mountains.
Mhm.
And in that was a purple liquid that seemed to have been put there by some sort of mechanical device. And you were attacked by some undead that seemed to have been infused with said purple liquid.
Mhm.
They were wearing, some of them were wearing clothes, some of them were not wearing an awful lot, but that symbol was emblazoned on their clothing.
I've seen that symbol before.
Have you? Near
Yeah,
here?
it was zombies though.
Oh,
Didn't get to ask them anything, but no, their uniforms, they featured that symbol emblazoned upon them.
on the uniforms of the zombies.
That's right, isn't it? On the uniforms.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all wearing the same sort of, jerkins and that. Had
Maybe
that
it's not
symbol.
related to. Maybe the fact that there were zombies is not related. Maybe they were just part of the group.
Sorry, who's following you?
The zombies?
No, not zombies. There was a man, a teacher of mine. He put this on my hand. It itches sometimes. Yeah, when I have run away. Oh gosh. I have run away and I've tried not to be followed, but they for a while did seem to know where I was. So ran further. Where did you said it was close?
Just top of the mountain, not far from here.
Oh gosh.
You've
Yes,
not
I'm
answered the
aware.
question of who they are.
I don't know. I think this teacher was involved in something larger.
Up in the mountains. Those mountains.
Yeah, there was some sort of device. I'd never seen anything like it. It looked like some sort of, I don't know, like a cart, but someone had, mechanized it for the air somehow.
Oh.
Oh. Gosh, that sounds interesting.
I'm not
It
gonna
was-
lie, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
It was spilling out all sorts of pollution. Really, you can see that Udric gets a little bit upset and kind of chokes on
Okay.
his words.
But bad sounding maybe as well.
It killed everything in my grove.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's yeah. It's fairly fresh. Yeah, I had a friend, a little rabbit I called Luca. And he died.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sorry. That's hard.
R.I.P.
Elodie would come and give you a hug.
Udric would not resist.
Is he sat down?
I don't know if there's chairs here. I don't know if we're all stood.
Yeah, it's comfy. There's like sofas and comfy chairs and all that. The fire's going. There's nice heat coming off of it and everything. So it's a nice little relaxing area. You can hear the odd pottering of plates and things going off behind you, behind the partition where the table's being set for dinner. But other than that, you're all alone. So
probably on a hard wooden chair rather than one of the easy ones. But
it's probably like one of those, like come around behind you and sort of hug over the shoulders, sort of hug.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad we all had this talk. I think there's stuff that we should share with the others as well, but I think it was important to get it out there to a small group first. I'm quite tired.
No, we had a really hard day. Yeah, you get. Yeah.
Maybe we can go and look at the jobs board. Maybe carry on this conversation a bit later on the road.
There seemed quite a chilled one about some fish on there. Maybe we could do that, like a little easy task for a team building.
Sure.
Yeah. Sounds nice.
Right. Okay.
Such enthusiasm.
Yeah.
and with that, you can all leave the little seating area, have dinner if you wish, go to bed. Reports are given in on the previous day, missions that were done. Whether Brahm or Elodie actually write them up is up to you. Hera,
I feel like Hera's definitely got it covered.
Yeah.
Hera is on it, and it is detailed notes. At one point at night, you hear as you're all like sort of sitting down eating dinner, you hear Solomon go, "Oh bloody hell, there's a lot of information here." But you hear that come from the office. Everyone meets together. You eat, talk as much as you want, and all of that.
I give the hammer to the child.
You go to give the hammer to the child, but I think you are able to. I think you're able to do it sneakily while Hera's distracted with the Solomon coming over and asking questions on certain topics that happened and all that sort of stuff. And she carries it and drags it along and puts it behind the counter. Tally looks at you and is like, puts her head in her hand.
Massive smile, thumbs up.
Good job.
She knows that she's going to have to deal with that at some point. And you will go to sleep. And in the morning, you are woken up by a loud bang and a large figure going, "What the bloody hell is all of this?" And that is where we're going to take our break, I think. Come back and join us in 5 to 10 minutes while we go take a short rest. We will see you all in a little bit. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our short rest. We have stocked up drinks, had food, had a tiny nap, and we are going to jump back into it in the last, not in the last, but in the first part, is what I should say. I'm going as if I'm starting the session from the beginning. Let's not do that. In the first half, Peri and Udric did some things during the day, involving picking up litter, bumping into some reavers, helping Solomon out, buying a warhammer for a child, going to the church, not in this order. I'm just saying things as they come out of my brain. And meeting up with Elodie and Brahm in the evening. There was a discussion about the various different aspects of each of these characters and different tricks and trades. Some memories were had, some auras were felt, some mocking was done, and then everybody went to bed. And in the morning, you were woken up or already awake when you hear the sound of what the bloody hell is all this? And something crashes. And that is where we will pick up. It is, I would say, the sun is just rising. So, Udric, you would be just getting up at this point. But all of you hear this. It's quite loud. It's quite a loud bang. What would you all be doing? Would you react to this? Would you just sort of turn over and go, sod that, and go back to sleep? Or, as I predict someone is going to say, not looking at anybody in particular, or what would you like to do?
Udric would hear it.
Yep.
Bram would hear it and probably have his boots half on before he even realises he's awake. Just like fighting.
To action!
To action! Yeah, just. I think again he had another sleepless night, and then just like, right, it's happened. It finally happened. Right, the Reaver's here. Right, we gotta go. Actually, yeah,
Is it
no,
Rodney's
I think
voice?
Rodney's voice, yeah.
I thought it sounded like Rodney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Udric would, similar to Brahm, like get dressed quickly. Probably hand hovers over the spear and then thinks better of it and just runs down.
Okay, so does Elodie follow, or?
I think she initially will do the sort of like have woken up and then kind of hide, kind of holding the covers and just like listening for a second, and then hear people storming downstairs, and it's
you
like
hear two
no, it's
orcish
yeah.
orc boots.
Fight!
No, I am also one of the fighters. Okay, do this. Let's do this. We'll grab dressing gown. I'm just trying to think, like, in my head, she's in like a Victorian nightgown.
Yes, and you've got your hat and you've got your candle. Just...
Why is I feel the urge to ask Mike for an image of all of the characters in their nightgowns or
No.
nightwear?
No. Because some of them will be naked, Josh, and you know that. And
And you know who will be naked.
That is very true. I rescind some of the characters. I'd like to see Brahm in an artwork of Brahm in his rubber ducky pajamas.
I think because these are the pajamas that he left behind like 4 years ago. So Bram is actually in, let's say, rubber ducky pajamas that someone might have lent to him, thinking it was funny, and then actually he looked rather funny, actually. So yes, canonically Bram is wearing. I mean, that's perfect. As Bram is just, he hasn't got his weapons, he hasn't got his armor, he hasn't got his hat, his scarf. He's just in these rubber ducky pajamas going. Yeah.
So the two of you
Keep going.
charge downstairs. Elodie follows closely behind, having to dodge out of the way as you go to get out of the bed. Elodie, you have to dodge out of the way of a short sword that's hanging over the side of the bed as Lilla is currently snoring her head off, holding onto her short sword. You're like, whoop!
why would you keep that there, Lilla? I'm just gonna like slap the flat side of the sword and see if that wakes her up.
You just hear her rolls over and the sword comes over and gets embedded into the wall.
Lilla! I'm gonna shake her.
What?
Lilla, something's happening. Rodney's shouting
Go-
downstairs.
Go deal with it then. If the place is on fire, wake me up.
But Lilla, you're supposed to.
Sorry for podcast listeners if you heard all of that.
It's like, we'll grab a dressing gown and sort of peer outside of the door.
What's Peri doing?
We'll hear it sit up for a moment, then mutter, "It's just the milkman, Rodney," and roll over and go back to meditative sleep.
Elodie, as you look out, you watch as Tally comes bolting out of her bedroom and runs downstairs as well. I don't know what's going on, but I'm guessing Rodney needs help. And she says to you as she runs down the stairs.
Lilla, your mum says Rodney needs help.
And,
For goodness sake. And she will head downstairs as well.
Me and Lila are soulmates, I can feel it.
I was going to say, let's not take Lilla on a journey. We're like, bandits! Lilla, Lilla just asleep being carried off by the bandits.
got it.
You carry on. All of you run down, or the three of you run downstairs, and you run into the kitchen area, and you can feel a draft coming from the back door. So you run out to the back, and you can see Rodney stood there with his hands on his head going, "What is going on?" And next to him or just in front of him, there's a tray of tomatoes that has been dropped on the floor. Some of the tomatoes have fallen out. There are stacks and stacks and stacks of vegetables and fruits and various different types of corn. There's some meat. There's loads of stuff. And you just watch as popping out from behind one of the crates, elderly human. Did I say he was human? He's human now. Elderly human gentleman, Wilfred. I just wanted to say thank you for all of the help you did at the farm. I was able to get some of the children came yesterday and helped me pick all of this after you all left. Some of them helped, and I wanted to bring it all to you. I'm sorry there's so much of it, but there's so much stuff that needs doing. I've got to take more deliveries down the road. I'm going to go now. Goodbye. And he picks up his cart and begins walking.
No.
No, okay.
Well, turn to Ronnie. Well, we had a good day yesterday, and it turns out the reward for our good actions is more food than we could possibly all eat. So, yay!
I'm sure there's places around the town that will appreciate it. Goodness. Well, that's very kind. Although, Rodney, you may need to control your tone of voice in a house full of people who are primed for action and ready for attack.
I'm really sorry. It just startled me, and then he popped out from one of the crates, and I dropped it. I'm going to need help cooking all this.
Oh,
I'm just one person.
I'm actually quite a good cook if you're happy. And now
Really?
because I had to cook when I was traveling with my parents. We were mercenaries, so that's the thing. My dad also was like, okay, you can cook stew, but also if you want to make like cakes and creams and things, because sometimes you get sick of just eating mutton or wolf flesh. So, I've got. So holds up his hands, which I think I've said are weirdly sort of like they're long and like dainty in a way, but also very big. He's like,
Spindly.
Spindly, yeah. No, it's a mixture between the orcish and the elfish, just. But no, if you want a hand, I'm also very good at like taking orders, so I can chef around like some sort of, I don't know.
Oh, I don't like none of that nonsense. Chefs that do that are pompous. Yeah, don't deserve that sort of thing. They're not served in the military. They don't deserve to be spoken to like that. That's not Josh bleeding through to Rodney at all there.
Like affection for Rodney goes up, where it's like, yeah, you take care of your chefs.
If you'd all wouldn't mind helping me bring some of these crates in, some of them can go in the chiller, and I'll begin. I can start on breakfast. I was already the cheesecake's already in the chili bit to
You made
set.
another one?
Yeah, I made another one. It's
Oh,
really
goodness.
sweet though. Perry said that they liked it really sweet, so I made a really sweet one.
Okay.
And I made a normal one, so there's two.
Rodney, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, you all like it. You're all helping out Mr. Solomon with, staying and living here. So, and it's my job to make sure I feed all of you. Looks like it's going to be his job as well, pointing at Bram. If you can cook, I'm going to nab you every time I cook. But yeah, if anybody else has any other skills that they want to sort of bring to the place, like to help out, then that'd be brilliant.
I mean, I'm not much of a cook, but certainly I can chop your vegetables for you.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, I'd like to have the help in the kitchen. That'd be awesome. Elodie has a little spot. In fact, actually, I've got something I want to show you, Elodie. And he comes and goes inside. Come, follow me.
I turn to Udric. Right, okay, so vegetables. So I think that's the thing. It's like, we're making bubble and squeak for breakfast.
The Elodie will go to pick up a crate. How big are these crates?
Quite big crates. If you think of the normal big, if anybody has ever had in the UK, if you've ever had like a shop delivered to you, it's like one of those sort of big, quite like 9-inch deep crates.
Okay.
With veg and all that in.
But manageable by an average human.
Manageable by an
Right.
average human. There's a manageable amount in each of them. It's not like they're all overflowing with different veg or anything.
Cool. She will grab one crate and kind of struggle with it a little bit, but head in.
As you head in, you notice, doesn't matter about perception, you notice that the kitchen has been rearranged slightly. There's a big gap right in, well, I say big, it's reasonable sized gap right in the corner. When you've been in here before, all of the walls were covered in various different countertops, sorry, and there was like an island in the middle that Rodney would use as the main preparation area. And the stove and all of that has been moved as well. None of it's all connected to like mains or anything because it's all magic. And you watch as you put a set of crates down on one of the benches. Rodney comes in with this big rusted, I'm going to call it a hob. It's a hob, big rusted hob. And he walks over, excuse me, Miss Elodie, and squeezes past you, lifts it up over your head and walks over to the corner and puts it down. He then looks at it and goes, 1 second, disappears back out into the main area and comes back and he's holding like a stone in his hand. He rubs it on his apron and he goes over to it and he begins sort of rubbing the stone across this hob, and it gets rid of the rust. It's like a magical prestidigitation stone type thing. He begins rubbing it to get rid of it. Hob, you said you needed one. I do need my one for cooking, but this one's specifically for you. It's an old one, but it still works the same. You can do all of your fancy colour stuff here.
Rodney, that's really kind. We'll just go in for another big hug.
Oh, thank you. I need to make another cheesecake now.
No, you don't. There is so much cheesecake. You have so many other vegetables and things to cook. You're the best.
No worries. And he sort of polishes it off. Right, you're going to need one of these. Reaches into his pocket and pulls out a green stone, and inside that green stone there's amber. It looks like amber is set in the middle of it, and the amber it's stationary, but if you were to move the stone around, it looks like there's fire licking up in it. This is an ember stone. If you stick it in with the coals, it keeps the coals hot, and it basically lets the hob work.
Huh. Fascinating. I will do my best not to prod it and poke it apart to find out how it works.
It's not mechanical at all. It's it's all magical.
Interesting. Thank you. And she will help with the crates, but she'll also do her her daily potions.
So you do your daily potions. Bran, you're able to use your chef feat if you wish.
Amazing.
Everybody chips in and helps with breakfast, basically.
I will even go so far as saying I've used my chef feat. There's something where I get to make sweet treats for my friends, which I'm just opening. So I just, what's the treats give people? You will, but I give it to the two of you. Actually, I probably should have given it to Peri, but Peri is asleep, so you get 2 extra bonus hit points as a sweet treat. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Extra sweet.
Extra sweet. It's just, I think it's like tiny, like little cupcakes. You know, where Bram's just being like, well, you just see what you think. I mean, it's made to the sweetness I like, but
It's delicious.
like,
How many of these did you say you had?
oh, I've got a pack if you need more. Oh, I see the intense looking at these eyes. I'm like, oh dear.
Comparing sweetness to the jelly beans.
Yes, yeah. Just
Just
how do they
Flushy Rush
compare?
again.
I would say that they're not as sugary as the jelly beans, but you know, they're sort of like I think let's say they're sort of like using like the fresh food that's come in. There's sort of like there's berries. It's more, let's say it's more like a blueberry cupcake than anything. So it's not, yeah. While Bram's doing it, he's because again he's not wearing his armor and he's in his pajamas, but he's wearing he's got a necklace around his neck, which is like, it looks like a lute with like fiery wings that he's kind of like been nervously playing with while you've been. Yeah, and then when you say you like it, he takes his hands off. He's like, "I'm great. I'm glad you like it."
It's really delicious.
I'm not quite sure how a half orc blushes, but just like. Oh.
And very impressive as well, given how small and delicate they are.
I surprising, yeah, no. Again, lifts up what was his broken hand. I used to be quite nimble with these hands, but well, not so much this one now. I play music. Well, used to, but
Really?
yeah, no lute. Yeah, but not anymore. But no, but thank you. I'm glad. I'm good at cooking. I'm good at hitting things. You know, it's a disparate business. Just again, it's almost like his words are kind of running out a bit. Where he's like, "Oh wow, actual humanoid conversation. Wow." But
Do you want to play the lute again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't, and I used to with my dad, and then but then my mum stopped liking that when he died. So, and then I built it. I don't know where it is now, and I assume it's. I picture wherever Kimdak's like he's got it hanging up on a wall. Or maybe he smashed it. Maybe, I don't know much about him. Maybe he hates music. Well, that is very intense conversation for us to be having just as after we've woken up.
It's okay.
Glad you
The
like the
sweetness
cake.
of the cake helped, so it's all good. We'll give your arm a squeeze.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Thank you. And also, like, Udric is like, I'm not telling you what to do, sir, but you might want to put some trousers on at some point, especially if you're going to be hanging out in the kitchen.
Gosh, I had not noticed.
I'm sorry, I didn't have time for bottoms.
You've just got, you've helped carry the boxes and do the vegetables, and you're like, no judgment in the woods.
Question is though, tiny whiteys, boxes, or nothing?
I think, you know, the sound of cheeks clapping is something that people are going to have to get used to in this kitchen.
Do you at least have a tunic that's like?
We can give him an apron.
Yeah, a long tunic. It's just like, you know, just when he reaches up to the top shelf.
Just a little peek.
No, chef.
Peri,
Yeah.
you are sleeping soundly, very sleepy. You think, anyway. You'd hope finally that you'd have a restless night. But again, you have that same dream. The archway, the bridge, the large raven, the figure in the archway. And then the dream flickers and shifts and you're back in the woods again. Red hair matted over your face, blood on your hands, figure helping you up. And as you both begin running, it's like you run into a black void and you sort of trip over and stumble and you fall into a cottage. And in that cottage, you can see that there is some figures standing around with sinister grins. The features on their faces are, you can't make them out, but you can make out the sinister grins. Robes with a symbol on that you recognize, but can't put where you've seen it before you feel gut-wrenching pain in your stomach and the red hair falls over your face. And as you are thrust awake, you hear the sounds of your bed breaking in half. And as you look down, you can see that you have to pry your hand from the wood as you have crushed your bed under your bare hand. You can see as the veins in your arms begin to dissipate down, and this golden aura around you sort of dissipates, and you feel this warm glow around your heart come back as something gives you like an inward hug.
Gwen. I don't know what that was, but that was profoundly unsettling thing to wake up to. Okay, what a way to start the day. Oh, God. Do I need to tell them about this? No, I'll keep it. It's fine. It's fine. I begin to slowly get dressed.
Get dressed. Make your way downstairs. The others are there, having helped with breakfast in various different methods and preparing potions. You are all able to sit down and talk as Tally goes to walk out from behind the counter and goes, "The hell, stupid thing! I should have moved that." Ah, looks over towards Peri and goes, "It's a lovely gift, I swear, but I keep kicking it," and disappears into the kitchen.
Maybe you should watch where you're going.
This morning, there are 2 different types of cheesecake, and Brahm made fairy cakes.
It's true there.
What is a fairy cake?
Well, so it's like a small cake. There's like, I think there used to be things called fairies. But again, it's probably it's an elfish cuisine.
It just means small.
Yeah, totally petite,
Okay.
little.
Give me 5. Give me 5. I need something to judge.
Oh, okay. Enjoy your judging.
Rodney stands up next to you with his hand in the air.
Yes, Rodney. High 5.
Gives you 5. Holds his thumb up, turns around and walks back out. He just randomly appeared for the gag.
What a strange man.
But an excellent cook. You gotta give him that. He's
a
very
sweetheart.
talented. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that he knows the sugar rule, even sweeter. Oh.
This is natural sugar, Peri, so it might not be as sweet as you want, but it's like, yeah. Oh, right, okay.
The new I was going to say the new cheesecake
new
is
cheesecake.
perfect.
Brahm, are you... No, wait. Flinch, are you trying to poison me?
Would I tell you if I was?
Yes, because I'm terrifying.
All right, okay, no, I wasn't planning on poisoning you, Peri.
Blech.
Yeah.
Blech.
It's funny because, again, the other 2 get the healing, but in World, you don't get it because you spit it out, and like, there's no bonus hit points for Peri.
No. Very picky.
Yeah.
It just made me think, can you combine the poisoner feat with the chef feat?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You never know which one's coming. Or you end up being like the old Roman emperors where they would eat a little bit of poison and then when they get invaded, they're like, quick, poison! It doesn't work! So, in like episode 14, I've been poisoning you all this entire time for your good. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Tally comes over. Oops, sorry, Sean.
Just slightly dirty food. It's good for you.
Yeah, bit of grub. You know,
Builds up
you didn't
your
wash the
immune
vegetables.
system.
Yeah.
Tally walks over. She's like, it's good to see you all here. Are you looking to take one of the jobs?
Yes.
Stay?
Yes, absolutely. Activity. Doing it.
Yeah.
Getting the
Good.
mercenary thing done.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Do you know which one you're going to pick?
Oh, yeah, we had our eye on that fishing one.
Sounds
the fish-
gentle.
Yeah, no, that one's a basic investigation mission by the sound of it. So you're going to want to head down to the dock area, and you're going to want to look for somebody there called Ren. He'll be located quite close to where the fish market area is. He's one of the people that brings the fish. He doesn't go out on the boats like everybody else. He tends to do his fishing off of one of the nearby sort of ridges, sort of thing, to protect themselves from the drowners. And he hangs his fish out to dry in baskets and stuff. So, you'll find him down the docks when you're ready.
I'd forgotten about the drowners.
I hadn't.
Sounds good. Before we go, Dudic, I think I've got a splinter. You have good eyes. You could see auras. Can you get it?
Udric. Yeah, I'll have a look. Is this going to be perception, medicine, investigation?
I will let you choose between perception and medicine. Sorry.
Are you laughing at Dick?
Laughing at Dudrick.
Udric.
Oh,
My new nickname due to my kitchen activities.
No.
Medicine and perception are the same for me, so I'm just going to roll medicine.
Players are trying to kill me.
17.
Hey.
Is there a splinter?
Yes.
You locate several. Some, the one that in particular that Peri wanted was right in the finger. There are a couple that are along the ridge of this part of the hand. For podcast listeners, I'm pointing to the top of the palm where the fingers meet the palm. That I can't think of what it's called, and it has a name.
Top of the palm.
Top of the palm.
Top of the
There we go.
palm.
That's what I'm saying.
For the
But yeah,
palm too.
you're able to pull a few out.
Oh dear, you've managed to get quite a few. What were you doing, running your hand along some sort of?
Oh, my bed attacked me, so I attacked it back. Don't worry about it. Thanks for the splinters.
Sure. Actually, on that, you said that Peri had a kind of golden aura in the
Oh.
dream. Can Udric see a golden aura now?
No. Peri woke up with a golden aura, but it dissipated.
But it's gone since now. Okay.
Good Spiderman sleeping.
Very difficult. I sleep in a blanket fort.
We like a challenge.
Yeah. No, I think I locate some of these.
Easily able to pull them out, and I mean none of them require anything other than just pulling out. You don't need to bandage anything up or anything. No, like surgical
healing.
type stuff. Yeah, no healing or anything is needed for them. Just pull them out. Done. Job done. They'll heal naturally. Tally walks over to the job board and actually pulls the job off and comes back over to you all and hands it over. When you're ready to go, and she looks over and goes, where'd Sunny go? And she begins looking around for where Sunny is. You can see every now and then a tail pops up behind the counter. She goes around the counter, the tail disappears, and then you watch as Sunny appears the other end of the table, waves at all of you, and then disappears again. She's either very fast or can teleport. One of the two.
Oh, she's liking her hammer.
Turns out it was a good gift after all.
I'm as surprised as you are.
I'm great with kids.
Brahm has also picked up like the half-crushed fairy cakes, and then it's like with one, like while he's eating with one hand, he's also like holding his hand open under the table just to see if Hawthorne actually eats. But just seems rude not to give a gift to your I was about to say your sponsor, your patron. Yeah.
Join now. For as little as one of your local currency. Anyway.
Don't tell the patrons that Tom will feed them under a table.
I'll feed you and I'll brush your hair and I'll tell you a bedtime story. But that's only if you join the 5-tier level or the 10-year tier. Let's see. I'm willing to sell out.
Disclaimer: none of these things are going to happen. Cool.
Anyway.
Udric's dressed now.
Good.
So, cheeks are covered, and you've picked up the mission, and you are heading out of the door, going towards the dock area. As you get to the docks, you've been here before when you all came to meet Brahm off of the ship, off of the Golden Maiden, which is still, it's still docked at this point. You can see that there's stuff being loaded onto it currently. The captain seems to be overseeing everything and waves to Brahm as you appear on the docks. As you walk down the large slope that takes you down to the docks, and you can see the ship there, you look to what would be your right, and right along going towards the very edge of the dock itself, there are market stalls that are set up. This is separate to the market that you find in the main town, because this is where all of the what would be classed as exotic stuff is sold. Stuff that isn't from Merkstead. And stuff basically comes straight off the ship and is put on the stalls. And there's plenty of fish along here as well. It's where the fishermen will sell their fish. And you were given a description of Ren, which I didn't give you and will give you now. He's human, standing at about 6 foot tall, bald head, with a beard. And he is...
Sean.
Sean, basically. It's Sean, and he's normally found wearing like a fisherman's beanie type hat, and
Sean, go get your hat.
It's in a box.
and what they call dungarees.
I also just have to say, I love the fact that none of us are playing humans, but then Josh is like, most of the NPCs are humans. You guys are just...
What do you mean, Tom? Elodie's human.
Apologies, of course you are.
Human.
You certainly are quote-unquote human, winky-faced. Most of my ghosts are human. Yeah, that's... Should we go do this mission? Also, is it Ren as in the bird or Ren as in Knights of?
Knights of Ren.
Right, cool. Plot twist.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello.
Hello there. You approach. And you approach, and he looks at all of you. I take it you're all from Solomon's.
Yeah.
You look like the type.
Fish.
I smell a fish.
No,
I do.
we're here about the fish.
Oh, I thought you said I smell a fish. Sorry.
You do
Yes.
as well, but
That is also true.
you know, I
Right,
was
yeah.
going to mention it.
So I've got a house that's just that's just on the sort of outskirts, not of the town, but of the outskirts of the market area and the districts and all of that. It's near where the river is.
Right.
And I catch my fish over a small little ridge, so I protect myself from the drowners. You've got to be safe. And I hang my fish up over a tree that I have, and I let him dry out before we bring him into market the next day. However, as you can see, and as you can see on his stall, he hasn't got an awful lot there. A lot of my stuff has been going missing. Now, I normally have a bit of a... We normally get some bears come in from the north, from the mountain area, and I know about them, and I normally leave them some fish out for them to eat themselves, and then they go off and they don't touch me stuff. But they've not been doing that recently. They've been taking what's in the bowl that I leave for them, but like the large platter, that's the word, large platter. But then they're also ripping and destroying my caskets and things. So, and they're taking everything.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
It's definitely bears. Have you seen them doing this, or are you assuming it's the bears?
I've seen the bears take the stuff off the platter, but I've not seen the bears take all of my stuff off the trees. I've not actually witnessed them do it.
And when exactly did this start happening? Kind of glance at Elodie. Did it happen to be around a full moon, for example? How long ago was it?
It was about... when did it start? I want to say it started about 3 weeks ago. The last time they came was actually last night. There's actually tracks up near my hut if you want to go up and follow them.
All right.
Another thing that started kicking off 3 weeks ago.
Very strange.
What else happened 3 weeks ago?
My first week of life.
It's all
Harry.
connected.
Peri, you gotta tell us if you've been stealing fish. If you're hungry,
Ew.
I will cook you fish if you're hungry. Don't you worry.
You will cook me nothing. I've tasted your cooking.
That's gonna actually save me a lot of time. Quietly gestured to them too. I'll cook you fish.
That'd be nice, thank you.
Good. I'm good at that. Just.
Should we check out the stream?
Traffic bears. You don't want us to catch them in the act. We just need to deal with them, right?
I mean, I prefer if you scared them off rather than actually hurt them. They've never done any harm or anything, but yeah, they're quite big as well. So, not that I'm saying you're not all perfectly capable of.
No, but compared to a bear, I don't think any of us are particularly in a mood to get in a fight with a bear.
I could tackle a bear.
Look up and down, and then sort of like, no, actually, no, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Please don't know. Bears on the whole are nice as long as you leave them alone and you don't upset them.
If they start shit though, I might tackle a bear.
But if you were to meet one in the middle of the woods, how would you feel about it compared to, say, no, this is a world where sexism doesn't exist, ignore me.
What a great world! We are actually weirdly gender. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so my house. If you go back up the
Now,
slope,
bear meat, that's something that
Yes.
you've got to try.
Yeah. I also just love Josh, where he just opened with, "I've got a house," and we're just like, "That's nice."
Good for you.
None of us do. So you're on the property market. That's good.
he gives you directions to where his house is, so you can go there if you'd like to.
Okay, I imagine.
Yep.
Does he give us his keys? Are we going in his? No, we're not going. We're just going to the location of his house.
Yeah.
We're not raiding this guy's house.
No.
could
We're
We
still
are in an
located.
RPG.
There isn't anything. The bears took it.
If you go around the back, that's where you'll see in my garden area. You'll see the tree that I normally hang things on. You'll see a couple of the baskets sort of laid around it, a few of the damaged ones as well. I didn't get a chance to clean it up this morning, so there'll still be like fish.
There'll be
cuts.
rats.
There might be rats, yeah, but there'll still be fish cuts and stuff around. So you should be able to sort of follow the trail from there.
Delightful.
Just before we go, if you're feeling grateful and you've got a lot of fish tomorrow, our chef is very jumpy, so don't just turn up in the middle of the night and go, "I've got fish," because he will drop things. I know that's very presumptive of us. I just want to say that now. Get ahead of it.
Okay. I was planning just to pay gold for it, but okay.
That would be lovely.
Gold
Yes,
is
actually, we'd prefer to be paid in gold.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll go to your house now.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
And we won't raid anything.
That'll be appreciated. And as you all begin making your way back up the ramp, you go to walk past the tavern, the Rusty Pirate, and you hear a psst, 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 nice
Really?
people.
Oh,
You all hear it. Nice people.
that.
Over here.
Who are
Johanna.
talking to?
Yes, me, it's Johanna. You just watch as
Hi.
Johanna's face pops out.
Oh.
Hi. I don't know you, but hi.
No,
Peri, this is Johanna. Johanna, this is Peri. Johanna is the child of the owners of the Rusty Pirate.
Oh. You're a child. Do you like hammers?
They're cool.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, you're in my good books. What do you want?
Okay. Well, I know you two. You helped my mum when she burnt her hand yesterday, and you're the really nice one who picked up all the litter, yeah. So are you doing the fish? You helping the fish man out?
Well, yeah.
I need to tell you something. It's really
Oh.
Okay.
over here, and she leads you into.
I'm going to make a perception check because I've been told don't talk to the townsfolk unless you're sure that it's safe. So,
You make a perception check.
11. Bram's sense of adventure overcomes him.
Yeah, don't sense anything. She leads you into the beer garden.
Oh,
She shuts the gate. Right. I was up in my bedroom this morning, getting ready for my paper round, and I just happened to glance out of the window as Mr. Wren was setting his stall up, and I noticed he was talking to some of them,
right.
and they
Okay.
were going along the same path that you seem to be going on.
I kind of turn to Peri and gesture to the red scarf, and then sort of like fingers on lips.
People wearing scarves?
The more like the red.
On the arms. The
The
one Solomon told
Reavers.
us not
Oh,
Yeah.
the Reavers! That's a bit too loudly.
Yeah. Shh! I don't want to get in trouble. Shh.
No,
Sorry,
you won't get in trouble. It's now we're on the same. But so, talking to Ren, like scaring him, like they do.
Well, he
or
seemed
just-
to be like cowering, and they had weapons and
makes
armor
sense.
and stuff on them. They also had these long rod things with these strange sort of circular things on, like rope. I don't know. They look like for catching things. And one of them was pulling a rather large cart with them.
Oh, right. Like
They're going to catch the
So-
bears.
I don't know what their
raid
plan
his
is.
fish.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
Or they're going to go and raid his fish.
I mean, if it turns out it's the Reavers who've been stealing the fish, that's a lot easier, and that means we don't. It does mean Peri doesn't get tackle a bear, but on the same...
What if
Again,
the bear's a reaver?
Well, you say that, but I don't think that's wrong. You know, especially if they're aware that I'm bringing a child into the one thing I got asked not to do and get this. If we know that the Reavers are interested in capturing creatures, I mean, a bear is a fierce beast, especially if it's going to be released on a town. But right, okay, brightens up. This is a good opportunity. This is a chance for us to, you know, cut their strings a bit. We'll stop them and make sure that they're not abusing any of the animals. No,
I
this is
don't
good.
hear any of this. I just wanted to give you the information. I'm going to go now.
Thank you,
And-
John. Run your
Looks,
paper
and it's
round.
like, oh shit, sorry.
I've done it already,
sorry.
but
Wait, I thought that the bear was working with the reavers. You're talking about something else.
No, I'm saying that the Reavers are taking animals and like training them and possibly
Yeah,
making
true.
them into... Yeah, so the bear could be a Reaver, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. It's just had a bad upbringing.
That's
Oh,
all
like the
making
reavers.
assumptions.
No, I don't think that... I don't know that the Reavers had a bad upbringing. I would rather, for my own peace of mind, just think that they're mean and bullies, rather than that they are coming from a difficult social economic background, considering they murdered me. As my eyes flash black, and I just sorry, didn't mean to yell.
I hope you don't get cancelled for this.
I mean, if I want to get cancelled for not liking Reavers, so be it. Sorry, everyone. I'm heated.
Take a moment.
I'm going to take a quick lap of the beer garden.
Let's take a moment while we're walking towards this place.
Yes.
Yeah, no, good. I'll for the second time in 2 days, I'll have to cool off before we get to another location. Right. Whew.
I will say, Tom, that you get the impression that Peri is not malicious by this. She's just not that bright.
Yes. No. I think for Bram's understanding, and then also Bram getting caught up in his own like issues, like, and also I think Bram also being kind of a very black and white soul, points at eyes, you know, being like there are good people and there are bad people, and the world without the bad people is a good world, and sometimes people do bad stuff, but then they could be convinced to do good stuff, but that doesn't apologize for what they did before. Look, it's very no, we're good.
Oh, you're going to be
I'm
so
angry.
easy to manipulate. It's going to be wonderful.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, hey, if we're going to look at it, considering that he got killed for that man back in the town, yes, Bram's Shadow Oak, very easy to manipulate. I miss my goat wife. Anyway, let's keep going.
you quick sticks make a move towards the fish to Ren's house. You get there. You're easily able to spot the tree out the back with the fish guts and the broken crates and the other caskets lying around and stuff.
Are there bear tracks?
You can make a nature check, nature or perception. Anybody can do
for
this.
survival as well.
You could also argue for survival. Yeah,
I mean, I will argue for survival if I can. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
yeah, that's fine.
Why? Why now, natural one?
Oh,
Oh no.
did you say any of us could roll?
Yep, anyone can roll.
Cool, got a 19 on survival.
Got a 10 on survival.
Nice.
Sorry, it was specifically nature or survival. Can I do investigation?
You can do
Yeah.
investigation as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hope that Peri and Brahm get there before Udric tramples roughshod all over all of the tracks.
There's our friend.
23 on investigation.
So for the survival checks, the two of you, and then Udric as well, you'll spot the bear tracks that lead off into a dense wooded area that leads up into the mountains. Relatively fresh. As Ren said, the bears had come the night before. You can see those leading up. With the investigation check for Elodie, you also spot some other tracks. These are humanoid tracks and a set of wheels going in that direction as well.
So they all went that way. Confirmed.
Compared to where we were yesterday, is it the same bit of mountains? or did we go another direction?
No, so
'Cause I know there's mountains all around.
Yeah, there's mountains all around you.
Yeah.
When you went to Redstone Farm, that was 2 hours out of town. This is
Right.
pretty much directly in the town, sort of thing. There's not
And then
many
straight up the
paths that lead up.
mountains.
Yeah, there's not many paths that lead up the mountains in the town, but this is one that takes you into a woodland area and then goes up into the mountains,
Right.
quite close to the stream or the river.
So if it is our friends in red, that's probably not the same camp as we were told not to go to yesterday. So they might be up to various mischief, but
Well, if this is where the job goes, like, who are we to say boo, right?
We don't have nothing right now.
I don't think there's anyone here to tell us to stop. We're not treading on anyone's toes if we keep investigating.
This is literally our job. No
Well-
one get mad at that.
Well, you say that, and then people do get mad. But no, this is good. Let's go save some fish and also
If Solomon
possibly a
asked
bear.
us to do it, then, Solomon asked us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, if we can always try and set things up so we sort out the bears and make it look like that's all we were trying to do.
Cover up the crime
Sneaky.
scene. You're thinking like an adventurer now. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
we say crime, but
Lovely crime.
no, lovely crimes. All right,
No crimes.
no, no crime, not even one.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm. My two strict dads thinks Brahm just like one, shut your mouth, do crime. Other one, no crimes.
Don't you listen to him?
Yeah. To be fair, you've been a lot nicer to Brahm, so Bram's like, I like this dad more. Okay,
Don't,
all right.
don't tell your other dad that.
Have a humbug for your dinner, but good.
Where's his original, please?
Oh, delicious.
Been spoiled.
Yeah.
Do we follow the tracks?
Follow the tracks.
Okay. You will follow the tracks up into the woodland area and into the mountains, and you travel. You're traveling for a good hour, following the tracks. Tracks are still very fresh. You're more following the footprints and the wheel tracks. And you get further up the mountain, and the river itself at one point veers off in a different direction. So there's more open landscape for you or more wooded landscape for you to traverse up. You can feel the strain in the back of your calves as you are going up. And eventually you come across the cart itself, sort of not dumped, but parked, as it were, in a small little opening. And as you look further in front, you can see there is a large opening with a large set of rock formations on the other side, like a natural cave on the other side, and you can see some figures moving around in that space. You can make perception checks if you'd like.
Yes, please. Specifically looking for, if there's anyone in the woods around us, not just ahead of us as well.
Got an 18.
22.
12.
16.
You say 12, Elodie?
Mhm.
Yeah. So on the 12, you can't spot any figures like in the tree lines or anything. This is like almost a perfect natural circle that's been formed, and the opening on the inside is just grass. There's no trees or anything that have grown here. All the other perception checks looking directly in front of you, the figures that you can see moving around are bears, 2 of them, but they are considerably smaller than what you would be used to when looking at a bear. With the highest result being a 22, you can see that they are playing around with fish. They've got the tracks lead pretty much right up to them. These are 2 bear cubs. For Brahm, with the highest result, the thing that stands out to you the most is that their eyes are purple.
Oh. I think if we're sort of like near the car, we'll duck down and go, so, you got purple eyes.
Oh gosh.
Whether I don't know if they can be saved. I mean, they're playing, so you'd like to think that things that have like a sense of mirth aren't all completely bad. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you folks, I don't really want to kill baby bears. I understand they might be dangerous, and I'm worried about what the mama's like, but...
Then why don't we
I don't-
just scare them off?
Well, then they might go into town and they might hurt other people if they're here, you know.
You might be able to corral them in the right direction, though.
That's true. Or we catch them, but we haven't really got anything to...
Where are the other people?
At that point, with the same results as before for perception, you watch as stepping out of the tree line on the opposite end near the cliff, near the natural cave formation, are 5 figures, all wearing... Udric, you recognise one of them in particular is the one that you spotted in the shop, you bumped into in the shop. Brahm, you would sort of recognise another one for 2 others who were in the tavern the night before, which Udric would probably recognise them as well. But they're stepping out with various different nets and the catchy things that pet control people have, and they're making their way towards these animals that are just seem to be happily playing with their food and just eating away.
So how do we feel about letting them get away with animal cruelty or intervening?
I mean, I want to intervene,
Same.
but...
Elodie's gonna pull her gun out and aim it at the sky. And kind of look at everyone.
Sort of nod, sort of prepare, yeah.
Okay. And then she's gonna very quickly down the Solarimus potion as well. Ugh, it will get better eventually. All right. Hello, chaps.
We're doing...
Quiet,
Yeah, you got it. You got
This
it.
is as quiet as I go. I'm sorry. Hello.
That's all right. We just want to be sure. Good to see you again. How are you
Hi.
doing? Good.
Well, oh, hello, Peri, Udric. We'd said hello earlier. Last night. Do you remember?
This is Slim.
I'm assuming that the aura is now completely red, or
Yeah.
mostly red.
Pretty much, yeah. You can see the other auras. So when you look at Elodie as Elodie, there is a distinct aura that is Elodie's, and then there's like the other colours are sort of merging into it. Now it's more of a red aura, but all the other auras are there as well,
Including Elodie's.
including Elodie's.
And what colour is Elodie's? If it can't be blue.
What colour is Elodie's?
What's
I'll
your
let
favourite
Nat-
colour, Elodie?
Maybe like a sunshiny yellow.
Beautiful. Love it.
And as Solarius appears, Perry just kind of steps back and goes, "You were in my dream."
What? Well, you know, many have said in the past that I am rather dreamy.
I'm not equipped to deal with this situation.
Matter in hand.
Right.
Tally ho! Bang!
What the fuck? You hear a what the fuck? And you look with the perception checks again as the 2 bear cubs are startled. They spot the 5 people that have come out to sort of grab them. They let out yelps and they run into the cave. Fuck, shit, bollocks. We need to get in there and get them. Yeah, but what about the other one? What other one? We got the mother. The bitch is back at camp. Let's go. And they go to run inside as you hear a blood-curdling roar, and they all run back out of the cave. And following them is this large bear. This bear is so big that as it gallops out of the cave hole, its body doesn't quite fit, and it smashes the cave entrance wide open. It screeches into position and starts snarling at them. You can see there's this purple mist spewing from its mouth. Its eyes are black with purple irises. Something's happened to it. You're not quite sure what, but it doesn't look like a normal bear. It begins cracking. You can hear bones snapping as bones begin to protrude out of the elbow bit, and it's almost like it's a skeleton. Its spine is sort of breaks out of its back and sort of wraps itself around it like armor, and its jaw elongates, extends, and its teeth just grow massive, and it just roars at them like, fuck, it's fully mutated, get out of here, we have to run.
Josh?
Yes.
I know I said no crimes. However, Udric has been using a dagger to just... I just want to tamper with the cart so they're not going to get away.
Okay. Yeah. Would you be doing that in a sneaky way, or would you be like to hide it from the other party members, or you?
I don't give a shit what they think.
Oh yeah, fine.
I'm hiding behind the cart so the red ribbon can't see it.
Yeah, that's right. They're not even paying attention to you. So whatever you want to do to the cart is you can do it without having to worry about rolling.
I can drive land vehicles myself, so I assume I would know how to disable one.
Yeah. Unscrew the wheels, and when they go to push it, the wheels will just go.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing that.
You can do that, and you notice on the cart there's a sort of cover over it. There are 2 large, would fit baby cubs inside cages on these carts.
Mm-hmm.
But you do that. They're running towards you. They're like, shit, fuck, get out of here, because they know that's the way out. So they're going to run right into you as this bear is galloping after them.
What do you think, chaps? We, as much as we don't want to hurt this beast, we can't allow it to get to the town, correct?
I mean, its skeleton came out of its jaws. I don't know about the babies, but I don't think that thing can be converted back into anything living. So,
yeah, I don't think that's a bear anymore. So.
No, it did say mutated. Note that for later. Science, right? let's go.
Right.
Are we hiding from the people running towards us first? Are we letting them get away? And then
I'm not hiding. I'm just going to stand there and watch them pass.
Yeah, if Peripete is going to stand bold as brass in front of them, then Udric's going to steer out next to them.
Yeah.
They come bolting through the tree line. They spot all of you near the cart. They're like, what the fuck? Right, run! And they
what
carry on
manner
running.
of monster have you fools created?
You say that, they're gone. They
Wait,
ran
no,
into the tree.
I was investigating. Please, come back. Sirs.
So
and they've left the cart as well.
Right.
Silurius, you can be cool and hot later. I think we need to attack this bear thing.
What? All right.
Oh no, wrong choice of words.
The bear bursts through the trees. The trees that it touches just absolutely disintegrate in bark as its full body weight comes in, and it skids into a stop right in front of all of you and just roars at you. Could everybody roll me initiative, please?
Yeah.
That is low.
I got a dope as hell 16.
Dope as hell, 16.
Cool as heaven, number 7.
7 as well.
Hey, do you actually have a dex modifier?
Yes, +1.
I've -1. So I went through some stuff.
Harry said 16, right?
The stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of rocks.
It was actually, and my entire hand bent round the wrong way. It was very dramatic.
And then what did Elodie get?
Natural 20 for 24.
Beautiful.
Right, okay. So, I like to reward natural 20s. So, Elodie, I will let you go before everybody else. You're going to go before everybody else anyway because you rolled a 24. But I will also let you... It's like a surprise round, basically.
Great. Amazing. I would like to, as the bear stops and roars, how tall? You said it was a big bear. How tall?
Big bear. Probably, hang on, Josh is measuring things, 15 to 20 foot.
Oh,
in height.
That's too big for a bear. That's
too
spooky.
big.
It's grown in size. You would assume it was probably a lot smaller. Bears don't tend to live in a cave that they can't fit in.
When you say 15 to 20 foot, is that like standing on its hind legs or is that it on all fours?
On all fours.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's even
Sorry.
taller.
By the Guardians.
Yeah.
This is what we call in the scientific community a big boy.
A big boy.
Big boy.
Josh, I don't know what the forests are like here in Idorune. Are they? Is there like, I don't know, vines hanging down from the trees?
There are now.
Great.
We hear like intense music. We're like, where's that coming from?
You just hear it. It'll be all right as a vine comes down.
Excellent. Perfect. Just what I need. I would like to use the vine to swing around and shoot at the bear while I'm swinging through the air. Ideally, I think as it's a surprise round, I would like, because my initial instinct was to try and flip and land on the bear, but I was assuming a bear-sized bear, not a monster-sized bear. So yeah, swing on the, like, just run, jump, grab onto a vine, swing around, take a couple of shots at it as I'm swinging, and land on the bear's back is Celeramis's intention.
Go ahead, make me an attack roll plus an acrobatics check.
All right. Totally fine. My acrobatics is currently +6. So it's an 18 for 24 on the
Nice.
acrobatics.
So you will land on its back.
Great. Okay, and then we're going in with Exegriff. Have I done my thing? Wait. All right, so going in with the gun. Oh, actually, am I gonna yes, actually, as he is running, Celeramis uses him. As he is running, is going to, before grabbing onto the vine, will prick his thumb on a needle, on a spike that is on the back of the pistol, and draw a glyph in the air. As he does so, and the gun just kind of has a little bit of a shimmer over it. Okay, let's go in for those attacks. So that's a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Marvelous. So that's going to be 7 piercing damage, and then plus. Sorry, I can't read anything right now. Oh yes, so it's magical, and it takes an extra. So that's 7 piercing plus. Where's my D4? Come here.
Empty force.
Plus 3 fire damage.
So 10 in total. Right.
Beautiful.
As you fire your shot into this creature, as Josh works out hit points, that's giving it more hit points than it should have. Whoops, wrong way. As you swing around on the vine, almost like using the trees as a sort of like running platform to swing around, you cock your weapon and fire it at the bear. It's a large target, very hard to miss. The bullet sinks into its fur. He watches a little goes off as the fire sort of erupts around it. It doesn't look like it's done as much damage as what you would have hoped, though.
Ah,
But you have hurt it.
interesting. Maybe fire is not the way.
Says the adventurer on the back of a giant bear. I didn't think this one through.
Maybe fire
bones.
isn't the answer to everything.
As you land on the bear. At
Okay.
the end of your turn, that makes it your actual turn.
Yay! Just to cross eyes and dot T's, I took my 1d4 necrotic damage, which was 2, so negated the temp hit points. Thanks, Brahm.
Hey. Fairy cakes.
Yeah. Okay, I think that was everything I could do. This creature, does it count as large or bigger than large?
Bigger than large, so it's huge.
Sure. In that case, I won't try doing that. In that case, I think the bonus actions are down for now. I'm just going to shoot it again.
Even that.
From point blank range, I guess, on its head. That is a 22.
Awesome. That would be a disadvantage because you're within 5 feet, or do you have the pistol at feet?
I am a gunner.
It's fair enough. So yes, 22 will hit. Roll some damage.
Whoopah. So that is 10 regular piercing damage plus 2 fire damage for 12.
Again, shot rings true. Doesn't do as much damage as what you would hope, though.
It doesn't seem to be responding to it. I don't know. My weapon is magical, and yet,
Good to know.
and also the gun is good too.
Wow.
All right.
I don't understand. It seems to not be quite working.
I'm loving the image of I think like an anime. It's like at a great distance. We see like this, and us just standing at the side and go, "We can't really hear you."
You just hear from the woods, "There's medicine for that," as I boo it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, tree man. Just the guy that's going. It's
Right. So at the end of, is that everything for your turn, Elodie?
Yes, Solarimus right now, but yes.
Solarimus, sorry. Yes. We shall move on to Peri's turn.
Cool. So Peri is gonna walk forward, crack their neck, and say, "I've been wanting to hit something all day," as breathes out a very calming breath and has a very sharp intake as their eyes flood with black. Takes out the massive scythe, and you can see kind of what looks like golden light kind of sparks off their body and weapon, but it quickly turns into negative light. Like it kind of sticks to your eyeballs when you blink a little bit. So I have raged, and as I rage and my eyes go black, I also break out into a bit of a grin as well as I launch forward and attempt to scythe this bear with a nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Get in there.
Christ. I mean, Guardians.
Right. Natural 20. So we do natural 20s a bit differently in this homebrew campaign. So Evie, if you could take your normal damage dice, what is your normal damage dice for the scythe? I can't remember what we said it was.
It's a D12 because it's like a great axe, but I also have damage from a raging thing with another D6 necrotic.
Oh yes, the zealot thing. Okay, so we'll take the 12, maximize that, add your strength to it, which would be 16. I'm gonna
16?
guess. Yep. So that
Wow.
now you'll roll double your damage dice for your weapon and double any other dice from anything else. I think zealot gives you a D6, so you'll give me 2d12 and 2d6.
Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45 points of
Is that
damage on this.
Plus
guy,
the
please.
16.
Plus the 16. No,
Plus
with the
the-
16. With the 16.
Okay, with the 16, and then plus 2 from raging as well. Nearly forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
47.
47 damage in total as you just walk up to... Bing! Almost. But a whole, like a slice through the fabric of reality, almost, as you strike into this bear. The necrotic damage sort of flows out of you. How does that look? How does that sort of enhance the attack?
So as I said, it kind of sparks off my skin, goes into negative and necrotic, and it kind of like goes around the blade in a kind of, it looks almost electric, and it kind of sparks it as it goes, and it kind of ripples out from the wound.
Nice. Now, yeah, because that's additional damage, so it doesn't actually affect the weapon itself. So as your strike hits into it, and you sort of have to push one of your feet down to get it to force it around the rest of the way, you sort of cut into its stomach area and rip out a load of its sort of guts and things as they sort of spray everywhere. There's just dark void and dark mist and purple mist from you and from it begin flowing out of the wound as you do a hefty amount of damage. However, even though it was quite a catastrophic wound, it doesn't look like it did as much as what you would have hoped it did.
Excellent form. Good swing.
I know.
But
Ah!
it is on its last legs.
Right.
Brahm gets a magazine out.
That was a killing. It was a killing blow, but it seems that it has a might have a resistance to something.
It's called pain. It's very tough.
After your turn, it is actually its turn. To be fair, it should have gone before you, but it doesn't matter because it rolled an 18 on its thing. It's going to slam its sort of stand up on its hind legs as you've ripped into it, and it just lets out this roar, and it smells like fish. You know, you're getting spit everywhere, and it's just going to go for 2 almighty claw attacks. The first against, oh, actually no, it can't hit Celerimus because you're on its back. So it's both attacks are coming into Peri, who is right in front.
All right.
How far away is Peri from the orcs?
About 10 feet,
Right. Okay.
maybe 5 feet.
Oh, interesting.
So the first is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Disadvantage. If I'm within 5 feet, as it comes in, and Brahm has taken, and a shield just clutters in front of you as he uses his protection, and just like, and really quickly, he's like, I know you can take it, but I don't think you want to be clawed. You're doing great, and then some pulls back.
So with the disadvantage, that will be a 19 to hit.
That still hurts.
You're doing great. Sorry.
You're not doing great.
I always feel like she's like hits me in the chest. And I'm like, oops, sorry.
Oh, 1 second. 'Cause-
Shh, it's better than if it was a 20. Shh.
no, there we go. Okay, and then a 15 to hit on the second one.
That doesn't hit.
Okay, so it claws down with the first strike and is going to deal 19 points of slashing damage to you.
I'm
And then
okay.
And then goes to claw you with the second, but the full force of the first strike causes you to stumble out of the way, and it just misses and swipes over the top of your head.
Was that
Really
was
angry.
that halved as well? The slashing.
Yes, it would be half.
'Cause you're
Yeah.
raging.
Oh, so I've not been a barbarian in so long.
Nice
So,
spot.
how much would that be?
9.
Was-
Can you
9 in
imagine if
total.
I said? Can you imagine if I said that was already halved? Hey,
You just decapitate our poor barbarian. I'm like, well, that's fun.
Did I miss a level up?
Perry
and then
looks okay, but invigorated.
yeah, and then it's going to try and shake you off.
Mhm.
I need you to make me an acrobatics or athletics check, depending on which one you want to do. If you're holding on or balancing,
Acrobatics, please.
Let him do a cartwheel.
Just gonna do a little flip. Saving throws.
yes,
11.
11. Okay, unfortunately,
Roll bad.
you will be thrown off.
Yeah. There. Oh wait, no, it should be 12. No, 13. I don't think it makes a difference, but it
as
should be
you're
too high.
cartwheeling through the air. Well, technically it's 13. Down I go.
I should still be up. No, not. And you are thrown off into the bush area. At the end of its turn, we will move to Udric's turn with the higher decks.
Now, I know it's a little bit late because we've been stabbing the thing, but
Diplomacy.
Udric kind of gets the spear, knocks the gets the shield, knocks the spear in the kind of groove, as he was kind of trained in the army, but he's just going to kind of mutter under his breath, "All right, Luke, what would you do in this situation?" And is unwittingly going to be casting Speak with Animals.
Oh.
And I want to know if this bear can still talk. What's going on?
So I would say it's still classed as a beast, but a monstrosity at the same time. And it's been roaring and basically shouting. And with your Speak with Animals going off, you can hear its voice begins to come through. However, it's not a voice you were expecting to hear. You hear the voice of Luca come through. It begins talking as if it's Luca. and it's saying, "I'm in so much pain. Help me. I need you to kill me. My children. Protect my children."
Point of interest. Luca the rabbit or Luca my old best friend?
Combination of both. So it's almost like, you know, when they do the fusion dance in Dragon Ball Z, it's like both of
They're
their
both
voices are
dead.
sort of,
It's just a rabbit guy.
Okay. Right, okay. Mutated talking bear. We're gonna take care of your young. What happened to you? How can we stop this from happening to them?
water in cave. Infected. It's still their voices, but you know, Josh can't do two at the same time.
Right. So that was my action. And my bonus action, I am going to use one of my where are my traits? I'm going to use a help action.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to give Brahm the spite help action. So until the start of my next turn, the first time Brahm hits a target with an attack, that target has disadvantage on the next attack roll that it makes.
Nice.
And Udric is actually, upon hearing about the cubs, is going to start kind of circling around to try and get to the cubs. And I will kind of say, you all have this in hand. I want to make sure the cubs are all right.
All right.
Tally ho. Good luck.
Says the bush.
There's just a pair of boots up in the air. You just hear, "Tally ho!"
But we see them moving, so it's very clear is that sort of action hero, like best boy starts like, "Ha
Fisty hips.
You have got this.
I'd say with your movement, you can get to the entrance of the cave by the end of your turn.
Sweet. That's what I do.
So you do that. We move over to Bramstone.
As I said, so I kind of like slightly caught Peri as they were knocked back. So also because Peri can see what Brahm can see, that Bram's got the mace, and you just see as a fox just very like clambers around the mace and just gives him a look, and he's like, I know, but I'm casting Booming Blade. So I swing with my mace for a does a 15 hit.
15 will hit.
Amazing. So first of all, we start with 6 points of bludgeoning. And as it hits, Hawthorne comes off and is like holding onto the side and very tightly, like, and just starts wiggling. So that's if the bear moves 5 feet, it's going to do thunder damage. But Hawthorne's just again like looking over her shoulder, like, what? And Bram's like, oh, I know. Fine, I'll do it again without you. I'm going to use my action surge to hit it again with my mace.
Amazing.
Hey. Not even deserving of a boo.
No. Too good for that.
But what is deserving of a boo is, I assume 11 isn't going to hit.
Exactly what you need.
Ooh.
Really meets beats.
Big
Please do add another 6 bludgeoning, and as pointed out, now disadvantage on its next attack. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, no crime father.
As you strike into it twice, you notice that your mace is not getting through its thick hide as much as you'd hoped, not doing as much damage, but the sort of aura that Hawthorne is sort of producing around it for that booming blade is going off as we go to the top of the round, and it's Elodie's turn.
So what's that? The thunder damage seems to be okay.
It hasn't taken the damage yet. It needs to move, but we'll see.
Can I taunt it?
I
Probably not.
can't control it. You hear Udric.
Udric is.
Udric is.
I was going to say, I don't hear that.
You hear roars. You hear rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
Udric
Well,
is everyone can hear, so
Yeah.
Solarimus is going to do his best to gracefully clamber out of the bush and I don't know, do a little combat rollout just to save face. Meant to do that? No problem here. Bam! Going for another attack.
Stop firing.
And I shoot my gun. Not very well though. Oh no, actually no. But it only needs 11, so I got a 14. So I hit. Aha!
You hit.
And whoopah, and whoopah. That's gonna be 10 piercing damage and 1 fire.
How do you want to do this?
Okay. Oh, I gotta make it cooler than just doing a little combat roll.
Pew!
Pew pew.
Okay, I think what it is. So I was thrown backwards off this bear, and seeing it kind of looking as if it's like it's risen up and it's gone for hits at Peri, and like if it's risen up, it looks like it might come down even stronger. Solarimus scrabbles out of the bush and is going to run to end up round the front of the bear again, but it's going to do like start running and then power slide backwards. I don't know why I'm doing double pistols. He's only got one. Power slide backwards to a single
point
pistol.
with the other one.
But he is
And
doing
just
the finger
point.
guns. Like,
It's both finger guns, but one is out holding an actual gun, and it aims for just underneath the bear's maw. So hopefully, as the bear is rearing up, the gun will just. The power of a bullet is not enough to punch this thing backwards, but I'm hoping to use its own upwards momentum to make sure it doesn't fall on us.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
You hit it square under its jaw, and you seem to have found an area where it's weak, and the bullet actually pierces through, probably goes into the brain, or goes into somewhere that kills it as it sort of stumbles around a bit and then goes to fall on the side. Udric, you just hear, as it's fading away, you just hear a thank you come from it in both Luca's voices as it slams to the floor, and you watch as the extra features on this bear, the protruding bones and everything, begin to turn to purple dust, and flames begin igniting as its body is begins to envelop in these flames, and it dies out.
Wait.
and that's it.
Wait. Ha. Can I try and gather a sample?
Yeah.
Of the remnants, I guess.
Yeah, you can gather some dust.
Hawthorne just
Cool.
writes the dust down.
Yeah.
Just on the fly. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to scoop up some dust in one of your empty vials and pocket that in the side. It does look slightly different. It's a darker hue to the one that you got off of the Peri trees, but you put that down.
All good
in
for
the side.
analysis.
Yes.
Right.
Something I will mention is that Peri doesn't seem to know how to turn off the rage and just starts attacking trees.
No, Peri,
Oh.
no, the trees aren't corrupt. Peri, no!
It would be at this point, as Udric, you're stood near the cave, you can clearly see the others, but as Peri's rage dissipates after hitting trees quite a lot, as it
1 minute of
naturally,
anger.
as it naturally dissipates, that a golden aura comes around them before it then vanishes and leaves no aura.
I note it for later.
Yeah.
But Udric's kind of going into the cave, and again, just kind of completely not realizing that these are things that he's able to do. I'm casting detect poison and disease as a way of he knows he's looking for these creatures. He knows that it's in the water now, and is just looking out for it, and just the power of the grove kind of starts to come over him and give him this extra sense.
As you begin making your way into the grove, not the grove, sorry, the cave, you can hear childlike voices, again in the form of Luca, both Lucas, coming out saying, "Dad, Daddy, are you out there? Where's Mom? I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Don't
Come
worry,
with
I've
me
got
if you want to live.
Who's that?
I'm your new
Stranger.
dad.
This strange purple stuff is everywhere, and as you begin going into the cave, you can see that this purple liquid is dripping from the ceiling, and is dripping onto you.
My name's Udric. Come on, avoid this purple stuff. We're going to take you somewhere safe.
Okay. And you can see at the back of the cave, it doesn't go too far. It's like it's their little den, and there is like a small puddle of water similar to your own grove had its own natural water source. This has its own natural water source, but it's completely purple, completely infected. That sends your detect poison and disease thing off massively. As you go to leave the cave with these two bears, as they're sort of following scared like, they seem to trust you, but as they follow scared, both of their eyes are purple. They leave. You've got no trace of this purple liquid on your skin at all.
But it dripped on me.
But it dripped on you.
Concerning, but for later.
A later issue.
It's all right. It's all right. They won't hurt you. It's not too late. I'll kind of come out to everyone else. It's not too late for these two.
Right.
They just need some clean water.
Right. Okay. So like the river.
Is this water clean?
Are you
Is the what,
talking
sorry?
to them? Sorry.
Sorry, no, you go, Nat. Sorry.
Are you talking to them?
Oh, yeah, they're talking. They're coming. You can.
They're not.
No, like the bird things, we can't pick up on that.
They sound like bears.
Well, this isn't even an orc thing now.
Fucking cat.
No, that's not at least. Good afternoon. No, that's not an arc thing. I was never taught bear if it was. But
Okay. Oh,
okay,
all right. I'm talking to bears now.
good for you.
Josh, so this
Someone should.
the stream that we've been fighting next to, I guess.
That veered off quite a while ago.
Oh, but, okay, so we're not. I think Udric then would try to lead them back to the stream. I've got, I think, 10 minutes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Ooh,
No. Do Baldur's
you-
Gate 3 speak of animals. You've got it to your long rest.
That's good.
I don't like the D&D way. You do it that way.
I'm really
Cool.
lucky because it suddenly occurred to me, are both of these concentration, but thankfully only detect poison and diseases. Yes. So yeah, I'm still talking to them, and I can detect. So okay, so I'm talking to the bears and leading them to the water, and I'm hoping that I won't see corruption in the new stream.
Oddly enough, the poison, detect poison, you can feel the radar ping in the cave behind you. You can feel it from what remains of the bear, of the father that you fought. You're not getting it from the children. And
Yeah.
as you meet up with the others and begin to make your way down, you hear a well done, did our job for us, as all 5 of the bandit reavers appear.
God.
We'll be taking those cubs with us, I think.
No, you won't. Look, lads. Apologies, I assume lads, but to be honest, we don't want anything to happen to these bears. If you just leave now, we're not going to have to fight you. Simple as.
You ain't got the balls to fight us. You know what will
Oh,
happen if you do.
don't I?
Are you starting something? Looks
You
No,
know
we're
what trouble
finishing
with
it.
Solomon?
This is not a wise crowd to cross. These simple bear cubs just need looking after, friends.
It was a real shame that bear ripped you all to pieces, wasn't it? Real shame.
No, I think we'll be taking the bear cubs with us. Thank you.
literally levels a sight at them. Nah, you're not.
One of them sort of steps into it and it's like, do you really want to cross us and our boss?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do.
I roll.
Yeah, but I think the two of us just swing.
Make attack rolls?
Yep.
Do you all get one?
Anybody who wants one can have one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I
Are we
come
going in?
control?
All right.
I've got a gun!
It was almost another crit, but it's actually a 19, so 26.
What did you say, Udric?
Udric's not quite as quick to battle, however, is definitely intently thinking about what he wants to do. So I'd like to cast a spell, if
Awesome.
that's all right.
You can cast a spell, definitely.
That spell is Wither and Bloom.
Beautiful.
Okay.
21 to hit.
19 to hit.
So all 3 melee attacks hit.
Constitution saving throws for all of them, assuming they're all within a 10-foot radius sphere.
I would say they are. Let's roll some dice. Can I? How do I? Ah, there we go. So there's 5 of them. No, that's a fudge. Why is there a fudge roll on here?
You could fudge it. That's
I
rude.
could fudge a roll. That's weird. Right. So Constitution saving throws. I got an 8, a 15, a 10, a natural 1 for a 2, and a 14.
Okay, my DC is 14, so 2 save, 3 fail.
2 save, 3 fail.
So it is.
What's the damage that you normally do with it?
It's 2d6.
Can you roll another 2d6, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
For reasons.
Yeah.
It's on my first 2d6, 6, and then another 7, so 13 in total.
Okay, and then just before we do the result of that, everybody hit. Everybody else with melee attacks hit. What was the damage that you rolled?
13.
13. Ooh, okay.
6 bludgeoning, but again, Hawthorne has probably jumped on the one who was like leaning on the set, and now Hawthorne's like playing on doing the little wiggly, so booming blade again.
It's fourth one in peace.
Is Hawthorne what? Yeah.
So we got 13.
She loves
6,
to dance.
And then what did it?
Silurimus,
The Silmarillion.
the Silmarillion rolled 9 piercing damage and 4 fire.
So another 13. And then just remind me what the total damage was you got, Sean, please.
So it is 13 necrotic, or half on a successful save. And in addition, one creature of my choice can spend and roll an unspent hit dice. And I happen to know that Peripatea took some hefty hits, so please roll me one of your hit dice.
Please, thank you. Oh my god, what are my hit dice?
Barbarian,
Yeah.
surely a
D12, I think.
12?
At,
Got the chunkiest one, haven't you?
You will watch as I'm assuming purple kind of corruption just leeches out of them, and you start to kind of glow, but in a healthy purple way.
Ooh,
A good purple.
purple.
The best purple way.
The most royal
Purple's
of
back.
purples.
So I'm going to combine damages together. You managed to take out 2 of these two of these reavers with ease, and one of them is severely injured. However, that one falls on the floor as 2 more just drop dead. Combination of being completely sucked clean by the Wither and Bloom and being carved in half by a Peripatea or smashed into the ground by Brahm. The one that was half wounded, just sort of some of his energy's been sucked away, and then I'm just going to say Elodie because I don't want to butcher the name. It fires a shot and hits him in the shoulder, and he collapses to the floor, bleeding out but still alive. The 2 others, one of them clearly in charge, looks around and goes, "Right, fuck, we need to get out of here. Come on, go!" And they begin running.
I don't
The
think
other
so.
Won't be good for us. No survivors.
No survivors!
Dead men tell no tales.
You begin chasing after them. I will let each of you do another attack. We'll enter into like a mini chase scene. These people are just moving and dashing.
I think this time Udric is actively trying to attack, but is going to accidentally use a poison spray,
Oh, okay.
which I think is another Constitution save.
Should roll that on the character this time.
I'm aiming for the one that I met in the store, by the way, if that one's still alive.
He's still alive. He's one of the ones running. Yep, that's 12. on that, so he'll take damage from that.
Heal.
24 to hit, 7 bludgeoning.
Nice.
2 poison.
Ooh, wow. 18 to hit with 15? Of some sort of slashing
Rimini. Okay.
Yeah, for all that, you could never take them. Look at us.
Solarimus hits for 28.
Yep, and then damage.
I think as Solarimus is flying, is running.
Sorry, what?
I think that's the thing. As Solarimus is running, I think this is the most like Solarimus is, wants to be heroic and is everything that Elodie is too scared to be. And in this moment of chasing after these absolute awful bullies, I think Aravis is going to come into play as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as Solarimus is running, a pair of wings start growing out of his back. Gold at the top, glowing at the top, and turning ragged and dark at the tips of the feathers. And that run just becomes a very bird-like fly. And it feels very like, even though it's a pistol, it feels very like Archer like, as they just kind of fly straight after this person. So 28 to hit, and then it was why do I keep putting my d4 away like a fool? 10 piercing damage, 2 fire damage, plus now an additional 2 radiant damage.
So combination of all of your attacks with Peri, Brahm, and Udric managing to take down one on their own combination of, poison gets one of them. This guy goes to turn around to shoot his crossbow, gets sprayed in the face with the poison spray, and it's like, oh no! As Brahm runs up and sweeps his legs out, causes him to sort of fly up in the air as Peripateia, almost using Udric as a bouncing board, jumps off and just hacks this guy clean in half, scythe embedding himself in the ground. This other guy carries on running and moves and dashes, so is out of any of your melee ranges, but Elodie's sort of springs forward with the wings out, fires the pistol almost arrow style, hitting him clean through the leg, causing him to stumble down and disappear into the bush, but you can hear him screaming out, crying. You can all get to him. This is the one from the shop, Udric, and he's like, my boss is going to hear about this. You ain't going to get away with any of this, you fuckers. You don't mess with the Reavers.
Gonna tell him.
Indeed.
You got eaten by a bear, friend. Terrible way to go. Oh, most importantly, don't litter. I know that's not going to help you in the afterlife, but very scummy. So, I think with that, I'm gestured to if Udric wants to who I would love to kill this guy. I really would, but I'm ready for anyone else.
I mean, rock, paper, scissors.
You know what?
Stand over this person is bleeding out. Rock, paper, scissors to kill him.
What are you doing? You're worse than us.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Wait, what? No, we are heroes. What is this?
Wait, freeway rock paper scissors doesn't really work.
While
It
you're all
doesn't
doing
work
rock
the
paper
same.
scissors, the bears just jump on him.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
I
pistol whip this guy.
we didn't lie. The bears are eating him.
Mm-hmm.
Never did a crime.
Never did a crime. Never would have considered it.
Good guys.
We are.
And I think we've overrun by quite a lot. I apologise, audience. I apologise, players, but something that we needed to get out. As you finish, the bears will listen to anything that Udric says to them. Your talk of animals is going to last all day, so they will follow you. They will tell you, if you were to ask them about their eyes and stuff, they just say it's something that they've always known. They've never known to not feel this way, sort of thing. And that the dangerous men came before and took their mother away while they were sleeping. And that father was ill, so they had to go find the food for them. Hence why they took more than what they needed. And you all make your way back to Merkstead, bears in tow. The bears are gonna find if you want to keep them around, they're going to find a nice home at the mercenary company. I think a small cat child is going to be absolutely in love with them.
I think I'm going to be challenging Talia for my adopting of NPCs. I'm now 2 bears to 1 cat girl.
I was always going to say, like, Hera's like, for God's sakes, no, she can't have a hammer. I mean, what's the next thing you're going to bring? And we're like, boom, we got bears!
And as the session closes out, we move back up the trail, the mountain pass towards the bears. Body of the one that the bear cubs ate, laying on the floor. The one that was cut in half, just laying there. I haven't been cut in half. The other 2 that you killed before up there. And then there's movement in the bush. As the one that had been wounded, shot in the shoulder, is still moving around. And that's where we're going to end the session. Things happened. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen and would like to see more of it, you can join us on Mondays and Tuesdays for more D&D action from 6 p.m. UK time. Keep an eye, if you want to keep an eye on all of that, check out our Discord or our social medias for all of that sort of stuff. You can follow those with the links in chat or in the description below. Speaking of description below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider leaving us a like, subscribing, and leaving a comment. It lets the algorithm know what you like so we can make more of it. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They are fabulous. They are the best. They've helped us with the Discord. They've helped us with the wiki. They are fantastic. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. You can join them from as little as 1 of your local currency or 1 goat, which must be sent to Tom. Links in chat, description below. And thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.